Fuata ushauri wa daktari.
Mbolea za Mavuno Fertilizers zimetengenezwa mahususi kusaidia udongo na mimea. Zimetengenezwa kwa taaluma ya hali ya juu ya kisayansi. Zaidi ya wakulima 500,000 nchini wanaweza kupata mbolea hizi kwa bei nafuu. Zinapatikana katika maduka ya kuuza pembejeo kwa viwango vya kilo 1 hadi kilo 50. Wakulima ambao wametumia mbolea za Mavuno Fertilizers wamepata ongezeko la mazao yao kwa 30%. Wasiliana nasi leo kwa simu ili kujua mengi kuhusu namna mbolea za Mavuno zinavyosaidia kuongeza uzalishaji chakula nchini.
Shushu, wamesema hakuna harusi.
Kwa nini? Hapana, haiwezekani. Mamisa harusi lazima itaendelea. Nani anasababisha harusi?
Coffee. Sababu ya coffee.
Nasema Safaricom iko na 500 MB free kila siku.
Sasa tunaweza kustream hii wedo.
Hi Shosho.
You may kiss the bribes.
Get 500 MB free kila siku and never miss a moment. Dial *544# to activate your offer. Browse bila was on Kenya's best network.
Fresh Fry Premium Cooking Oil now has a new look and an advanced spout and seal. Triple refined, zero cholesterol and natural vitamin E. Fresh Fry, always heart friendly. Now it's even more cooking friendly. Fresh Fry, the premium cooking oil for healthy living.
Devki Steel Mills have provided quality building material with the widest range of associated steel products over the last 3 decades. Look for the Devki mark on a widest selling reinforcement, twisted and TMT rebars, which are KBS certified and have the diamond mark of quality. Devki Steel, Kenya's most trusted steel company.
We have an obligation to make sure that there is safety of the students when we are looking for a bus.
That is why we are using the high tensile steel from Doshi.
Jijenge na Doshi Steel, chuma ya nguvu.
The super efficient Jiko Core requires half the charcoal of other Jikos, so you use less fuel and receive immediate savings. Enjoy our special offer now and save 1,000 Kenya shillings with every purchase. Jiko Core, Kenya's #1 saving Jiko.
New Blue Band Peanut Butter. Made with 100% pure peanuts. And a good source of omega-6. Grow healthy and happy kids with New Blue Band Peanut Butter.
I started using drugs when I was 24 years old.
I was 5 years old.
This lady told me, have a puff of this and you will sleep like a baby. And for sure I slept like a baby.
The conversation is about addiction and overcoming it.
I had stolen from almost everybody. And I think it got to that point, everybody was tired of me.
For anybody going to rehab, they have to be very courageous. And this is where I first see this young lady.
You can get to the other side. There is hope and there is a better future if you're in that position at home.
Welcome to Garden of Joy in Machakos by Optivan. This is a gated community that is strategically located only 7 minutes drive from Komata. The title deeds are ready. Call us today on 0790 300 300.
This is NTV.
Naam, taasisi ya matibabu na utafiti nchini Kemri imetangaza iko katika kipindi cha lala salama kabla ya kuanza majaribio ya chanjo ya virusi vya homa ya corona humu nchini. Chanjo hiyo ijulikanayo kwa jina Charox-1 itafanyiwa majaribio kwa watu 40 wa kujitolea ili kuwasaidia watafiti kubaini iwapo iko salama kwa binadamu au la. Hiyo ni moja taarifa kuu ndani ya NTV jioni Ijumaa ya leo, lakini kwa muktasari wa makuu pata vipasho.
Pesa zinataka sije kwa kaunti, hatutaki kusikia sasa hivi imefungwa, hivi imefunguliwa.
Magavana waondoa notisi ya kusitisha huduma za kaunti na likizo wafanyikazi, huku Wizara ya Fedha ikiahidi kaunti pesa Jumatatu.
Tushamaliza haya matayarisho mengi na karibuni tutaweza kuanzisha hiyo trial.
Kenya yatangaza chanjo ya corona itakayofanyiwa majaribio kwa watu 40 huku kukiwa na maambukizi mapya 148.
I can tell you without fear of contradiction that we have become even more stronger because of this process that our brother has gone through.
Mbunge Oscar Sudi apewa uhuru kwa dhamana mradi tu hataongea ovyo ovyo anapokabiliwa na mashtaka ya uchochezi.
All federations are required to submit their respective revised international Team Kenya event calendars to the Principal Secretary for Sports.
Na waziri wa michezo atangaza kanuni mpya za kurejelea spoti huku kandanda na raga zikisalia kusubiri mwanzo mpya.
Mbashara kutoka jumba la Nation. Hii ni NTV jioni na Jen Goiri.
Na mtazamaji, natumai hapo ulipo uko tayari kuzipokea taarifa tulizokuandalia ndani ya taarifa za NTV jioni. Katika lugha ya ishara niko naye Flora Atino. Shirika la utafiti wa matibabu la Kenya Kemri linasema liko tayari kuanza majaribio ya chanjo ya homa ya corona humu nchini. Kwa mujibu wa mkurugenzi mkuu wa Kemri, chanjo hiyo itajaribiwa kwa watu 40 wa kwanza kabla ya kutolewa kwa idadi kubwa zaidi ya watu iwapo itakuwa salama. Chanjo hiyo iitwayo Charox-1 inatarajiwa kusaidia katika vita dhidi ya ugonjwa wa corona hapa nchini. Mwanahabari wetu wa Pwani Kevin Mutai ana maelezo zaidi.
Safari ya kukwea mlima wa kukabiliana na ugonjwa wa COVID-19 iling'oa nanga katika maabara ya utafiti ya shirika la Kemri Wellcome Trust County ya Kilifi miezi michache iliyopita. Kulingana na watafiti hapa, chanjo hiyo ya Charox-1 iko katika awamu ya 3 na shughuli za kujaribu athari zake kwa binadamu itaanza hivi karibuni. Chanjo hiyo imeidhinishwa na idara tofauti za serikali huku Wizara ya Afya ikisubiriwa kutia saini ya mwisho ili kazi ianze.
Ni wiki kadhaa tu. Hatutakaa sana kabla hii trial, manake tushamaliza haya matayarisho mengi na karibuni tutaweza kuanzisha hiyo trial hapa nchini. Na tujue kuwa hiyo trial haitakuwa ya kila mtu. Si hatutaenda kwa kila mtu. Ni wale tunaita volunteers, wale ambao wamejitolea, wachache kwanza. Alafu tuangalie vile ambavyo watarespond kwa hii trial, alafu baadaye tuongeze.
Majaribio ya chanjo hiyo yatatekelezwa kwa ushirikiano na chuo kikuu cha Oxford huko Uingereza. Chanjo ilitengenezwa kwa kufanyia mabadiliko virusi vya adeno vinavyosababisha dalili za homa finyu miongoni mwa sokwe. Watafiti walitoa kiungo cha jini za virusi vya COVID-19 na kutia katika kirusi cha adeno ambacho huimarisha mfumo wa kinga ya mwili. Kulingana na Kemri, mtindo huo ulitumika kutengeneza chanjo iliyodhibiti Ebola magharibi mwa Afrika. Ni watu 40 pekee watapewa chanjo hiyo hapa nchini.
Wale ambao watahusishwa katika hii trial hawatadhuriwa maisha yao. Kwa hivyo huo ndio mpangilio ama matayarisho ambayo tumekuwa nayo.
Kamati ya afya kutoka bunge la kitaifa iliyokuwa imezuru maabara ya shirika hilo inasema itafanya hima kuhakikisha fedha za kutekeleza majaribio hayo zimepatikana.
Kuna consultation ambayo inaendelea na ikifika wakati trials zitafanywa watakuwa wamefuatilia ama wamefuata mpangilio ambao unaofaa, na kwa hivyo tutakuwa na jambo la kurudisha kwenye bunge.
Kemri inasisitiza kwamba iwapo chanjo hiyo itakubalika kwa matumizi ya binadamu, basi itazingatia masharti ya WHO ili kutengeneza chanjo nyingi za kudhibiti COVID-19 hapa Kenya. Kevin Mutai, NTV, Mombasa.
Na taarifa hiyo Kevin Mutai inatufikisha katika sehemu ya swali la leo. Tunakuuliza, je, maoni yako ni yapi kuhusu chanjo ya Charox-1 itakayojaribiwa na KEMRI? Je, maoni yako ni yapi kuhusu chanjo ya Charox-1 itakayojaribiwa na KEMRI? Sema nasi kupitia mitandao ya kijamii Facebook, Twitter @JaneGoiriOfficial, @NTV Jioni. Tukisonga mbele ni kwamba Wizara ya Fedha imeahidi kutoa fedha za kaunti kufikia siku ya Jumatatu. Kulingana na Waziri wa Fedha Ukur Yatani, fedha hizo zitakuwa sehemu ya shilingi bilioni 316.5 zinazotengewa kaunti katika mwaka wa kifedha wa 2020 na 2021. Haya yanajiri huku mwenyekiti wa Baraza la Magavana Wycliffe Oparanya akiondoa notisi ya kusitisha baadhi ya huduma katika kaunti kwa kile walidai ni kutokuwepo kwa fedha. Nuru Abdulaziz anaripoti.
I want to assure Kenyans that by latest Monday, we are going to disburse an amount of 60 billion to the counties, which is here for 2 months.
Ni matamshi ya Waziri wa Fedha Ukur Yatani akisaini mkataba wa kifedha na serikali ya Japan, na ni wazi sasa kuwa kaunti zitapokea fedha kwa ajili ya kuendeleza huduma zao. Kilichosalia ni kusubiri kuona iwapo ahadi hii itatimizwa.
Pesa zinataka zije kwa kaunti, hatutaki kusikia sasa ni IFMIS imefungwa, IFMIS imefunguliwa. Ni kama mnapewa hewa kidogo, imefungwa, kidogo imefunguliwa.
These promises that may be made, people must be very careful because the country is broke. Tusidanganyane.
Yatani amesema lilikuwa jukumu la Seneti kuhakikisha kuwa mfumo mpya wa ugavi wa mapato kwa kaunti unapitishwa ndipo fedha hizo zitolewe na wizara hiyo.
On the part of the National Treasury is been very agonizing moments for us. In absence of any law, any appropriate law that gives us powers to disburse funds to the county, then our hands were totally tied.
Aidha, mwenyekiti wa Baraza la Magavana Wycliffe Oparanya ameondoa agizo la kusitisha huduma katika kaunti kutokana na madai ya kutokuwepo kwa fedha.
Walikuwa wanasema kaunti 3 peke yake ndio imefunga maofisi. Silikuwa more than 3/4.
Lakini miungano ya wahudumu wa afya iliapa kwamba wanachama wao ambao hawajalipwa mishahara wataendelea na mgomo hadi watakapopokea malipo yao. Ni hali inayoathiri huduma katika baadhi ya kaunti kama Embu, ambapo hifadhi ya maiti ya Embu Level 5 imefungwa. Jamaa waliofika kuchukua miili ya wapendwa wao walikosa kuhudumiwa.
Kuna mwili tulikuwa tunakujia hapa Embu. Tumekaa sana kwa muda. Kutoka asubuhi tumetoka kwetu nyumbani pale.
Basically we have closed all the non-essential services.
Kwa sasa ni subra hadi Jumatatu, huku mpira ukiwa katika uwanja wa hazina kuu ya serikali ili kusambaza pesa kwa kaunti. Nuru Abdulaziz, NTV.
Madawati ya shule za umma ndio ajenda kuu katika meza ya mijadala ya nchi kwa sasa. Shule zinatarajiwa kufunguliwa mwaka ujao, hali inayofanya viongozi wa serikali na binafsi kuanza kujitafutia kifungu cha shilingi bilioni 1.9 zilizotengewa mradi huo. Wanasiasa wanataka mradi huo kutekelezwa mashinani ili kuwanufaisha wakazi wa maeneo bunge yao, lakini anavyosimulia Charity Mwangi, kuna maswali tele kuhusu utumizi wa fedha hizo, ikizingatiwa kwamba kashfa huanza na miradi tu.
Kupungua kwa maambukizi ya korona kunaonekana kuchangamsha taratibu za kufungua sio tu uchumi wa nchi bali pia huduma za serikali. Miongoni mwa huduma hizo ni elimu, lakini lazima mikakati iwekwe kuhakikisha kwamba kanuni za kuzuia maambukizi zinazingatiwa. Mwanzo ipo zabuni. Ni nani atakayeipata na ni vipi fedha hizo zitatumika? Vipima joto vitatakikana langoni pa kuingilia shule, sawa na vifaa vya kujizuia maambukizi, na wanafunzi hasa watatakiwa kutengana kwa umbali wa angalau mita 2. Kufanikisha hilo, sharti pesa zitumike, lakini kuna tahadhari.
Ministry tunasikia mnataka kufanya procurement ya hiyo vitu. Surely it does not make sense mufanye vile imefanyika KEMSA tukiona.
Kenya cannot afford a school reopening infrastructure scandal
hot on the heels of the COVID billionaire scandal.
Viongozi wa kisiasa wanataka mradi huo upelekwe karibu na wananchi ili wapate riziki ya kisiasa.
Tuko na polytechnic, na polytechnic iko na machines, na kuna mafundi pale. Vijana wetu wanapata ajira.
Mambo, naelewa hii kazi sana kabisa.
Rais ako sokoni akitafuta madawati. Ukweli usemwe, madawati haya kamwe hayatofautiani na yale yanayotumika shuleni. Pengine badiliko la muundo hapa na pale. Haidhuru, kibarua kimepatikana kwa vijana wa jua kali, nao pia wapate tenda.
If we have bona fide jua kali sheds that only means one small equipment, in order for them to benefit from this initiative from His Excellency the President, let us unite as you offered there, to buy for them the mold for the back of the chair.
Yote safi, lakini kuna hofu na changamoto zinginezo ambazo zinapuuzwa.
Je, mmetembea katika shule zote za Kenya mkaona shida tu ni madawati?
Many schools may not have the classes to put the desk.
Hauwezi kukimbilia kununua kiti na haujajua huyu mtoto atalala namna gani, hasa shule za kulala.
And I think we need to do some kind of thorough assessment, needs assessment, so that we deal with a school case by case.
Washikadau wana maoni mengi, lakini anayewategea sikio ni nani?
Hatuko ready kurudisha watoto shuleni, sababu kama sisi kama wazazi kwanza hatuna pesa.
Wizara ya Elimu imetangaza kuwa wataanza ukaguzi wa shule hivi karibuni, lakini ni yapi yanayofaa kushughulikiwa na wasimamizi wa shule?
The only preparation that head teachers can have is only psychological, because you cannot prepare unless you've got money.
Sharti maambukizi yaendelee kupungua ili kufanikisha mpango wa kufunguliwa kwa shule Januari. Charity Mwangi, NTV.
Na mshukran sana Charity Mwangi kwa taarifa hiyo. Mtazamaji, ndivyo mambo yalivyo humu nchini. Nimekuja upande huu maana nilikuwa nimekuuliza, je, maoni yako ni yapi kuhusu chanjo ya Charox 1 itakayojaribiwa na Kemri? Busco Redendo anasema kwa sasa mambo ya chanjo na pia kujaribu chanjo hiyo sioni kama ni wakati mzuri kwa sasa, wangesubiria mwanzo. Naye Alumaso Jackson anasema kutoka Biafra Isili, hiyo chanjo ijaribiwe kwa nani wa kwanza, ama ni mlahoi, yafaa viongozi wawe ndio kujaribiwa ndio mwananchi afuate nyuma, ikiwa ina madhara tupate matokeo kutoka kwao. Naye Honorable Fedha Moftata anasema maoni yangu ni kuwa chanjo hii sifanyike bila kufanyia utafiti. Anatazama kwa Cheptulu Vihiga. Na mwisho tu kabisa kuna Jonathan Karibu anasema wache jaribiwe, huenda ndio ikakuwa dawa ya corona ili waokoe maisha ya watu duniani. Anatazama akiwa Togare. Na kuna tu moja hapa tu. Kuna Emmanuel Fastborn anasema kwanza wajaribu wenyewe na familia zao, ndio walala hoi tufuate. Anatazama kutoka Baxter Stadium huko Mombasa. Haya, kutoka Mombasa narejea hapa Nairobi studio za NTV jioni, muda wa kupumzika kidogo tu na kunywa maji.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more, like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted and always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola, taste the simple joys.
Happy anniversary.
Mbona hii mabati ya kina dad na mom bado inakaa mpya? Na hii nyumba imekuwa hapa for so many years. Na pia umelelewa hapa.
Wow, imagine hata nilikuwa sija notice. Rufus,
wewe ni fundi wangu wa miaka mingi sana. Haya mabati yatadumu kweli?
Huyu kijana nilimwambia anunue mabati ya Dumuzas.
Usibahatishe mabati. Hakikisha umeangalia alama za kudhibitisha Dumuzas halisi. Chagua Dumuzas, mabati inayodumu kudumu. Isitoshe, Dumuzas ndio mabati pekee inayokuja na warranty.
Sitaki tena kubahatisha.
So vile nasema, wacha nikubatie statistics. Niko na gamia 1,500. Tunakuwa drapo gamia na kuwa 6,000. 2,000 natengeneza leather, natengeneza viatu, wallet, kibeti, nauza hapa. Nabatia wewe 50%. Wacha niweke credit nikupigie.
Namna gani wewe? Hii mambo ya kuishiwa na credit kila saa. Come on. Nunua hiyo simu ya Vodafone. Calling fiber to fiber is 0 shillings per minute. And it is not expensive. Only 2,999 Kenya shillings.
Alo hali wa. Hata fadhali hiyo credit ikae ninunue simu basi.
Faibika leo na Vodafone for only 2,999 Kenya shillings. It will always be free to call fiber to fiber.
Hello? Dude, United on fire. United? Rashford is unstoppable. Tell me you have DSTV, Eddie. Do you know that I get more than 20 live matches on any given week? From the best leagues in the world. La Liga, Serie A, the Champions League, the Premier League. Oh, what about that? Do you have Premier League?
No, we don't have that.
Eddie, if you're going to spend your money, spend it on the best football in the world.
Dial *423# to buy a DSTV HD decoder for only 1,999 shillings.
Lifebuoy is the world's first to report it sanitizers over 99.9% effective against the COVID-19 coronavirus. Keep using Lifebuoy or any sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. Stay safe.
I started using drugs when I was 24 years old.
I was 5 years old.
This lady told me, have a puff of this and you will sleep like a baby. And for sure I slept like a baby.
The conversation is about addiction and overcoming it.
I had stolen from almost everybody, and I think it got to that point, everybody was tired of me.
For anybody going to rehab, they have to be very courageous. And this is where I first see this young lady.
You can get to the other side. There is hope, and there is a better future if you're in that position at home.
Welcome to Garden of Joy in Machakos by Optiven. This is a gated community that is strategically located only 7 minutes drive from Komata. The title deeds are ready. Call us today on 0790 300 300.
Naam, karibu tena katika taarifa zetu za NTV jioni. Tume ya kuratibu mipaka na uchaguzi nchini IEBC imesema kuwa kuandalia kwa kura ya maamuzi nchini kutahitaji angalau shilingi bilioni 10, ilhali tume hiyo inakumbwa na changamoto kubwa za fedha katika kutekeleza majukumu yake. Haya yalibainika katika mkutano wa wadau wa sekta siasa ulioandaliwa na kituo cha demokrasia CMD, ambapo mfumo wa miungano wa vyama ulibainika kulemaza ukuaji wa vyama binafsi na sera zao nchini.
Umuhimu wa kuendeleza nafasi ya bunge na kuimarisha mifumo ya uchaguzi kulinda demokrasia ya vyama vingi nchini ulipigiwa upatu katika mkutano huo ulioleta pamoja wadau tofauti katika sekta ya siasa. Na ni hapo ndipo IEBC ililalamikia ukosefu wa pesa kufadhili baadhi ya majukumu yake, yakiwemo uhamasishaji wa wapiga kura, kura ya maamuzi na hatua ya serikali kudinda kutekeleza suluhu waliopendekeza ya kutatua changamoto za uchaguzi wa mwaka 2017.
Cost of referendum. I may not be able to give you specific cost, but going by the repeat election, referendum will not cost less than 10 billion. I can tell you for a fact, and I heard people saying it cannot be that expensive. Let me tell you, you hire on election day, you hire not less than 50,000 vehicles. It will cost us close to 2 billion.
Licha ya Kenya kuwa na vyama 71, idadi kubwa ya vyama hivyo havijashiriki masuala ya siasa. Vyama vya ODM na Jubilee vinatawala bungeni.
When we are talking about multipartyism in Kenya, we must give it a qualified understanding. It is a multipartyism of two parties. They weaken the ideological basis of political parties. It's just individual competing and negotiating. They compromise individual party platforms. Nobody hears party platforms of the individual parties.
Aidha, kutokuwepo kwa demokrasia ndani ya vyama na ukosefu wa fedha kwa vyama vidogo vidogo kumebainika kudidimiza maendeleo ya mfumo wa demokrasia vyama vingi nchini. Ni hali hii inayosukuma wananchi kuzingatia vyama vinavyowafaidi kibinafsi wakati wa kupiga kura. Hivi sasa kuna mgawanyiko mkubwa kuhusu chama mwafaka cha kuongoza taifa, huku wananchi wakivutwa huku na kule, hata katika chama tawala cha Jubilee ilivyobainika Tharaka Nithi leo.
Hatukuwa na rami na alituwekea rami. Sasa hivi tunaenda hospitali, tunaenda sawa. Na sasa kuna watu wengine wamekuja hata kabla amalize mwaka wake ati wanakuja kusema hao ni tangatanga. Hao tumewakataa.
The residents of Tharaka Nithi County acknowledge the development project by His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta that have placed the county at advantage and competitive level with the other counties.
Kwingineko, mbunge wa Kapsaret Oscar Sudi ameachiliwa kwa dhamana ya shilingi $500,000 au bondi ya milioni 1. Hata hivyo, Jaji Joel Ngugi wa Mahakama Kuu ya Nakuru alimpa Sudi masharti kadhaa ya kuzingatia ili kuendelea kwa huru kwa dhamana. Ruth Sarmwe alikuwa kotini Nakuru na ametuandalia taarifa ifuatayo.
Ni uamuzi ambao wengi wamekuwa wakisubiri kufuatia mwelekeo wa Jaji Josephat Kalo uliosema mbunge huyu angesalia korokoroni kwa siku 7 zaidi. Sudi alikata rufaa kupinga uamuzi huo na ombi lake la kuachiliwa kwa dhamana limekubaliwa.
Nimekuja hapa nimepata experience mingi sana na nilifika kule ndani nikapata Wakenya wengi Wakenya kufuata sheria. Wakisema left ninaenda left.
Wale ambao wakitumia vibaya mamlaka ya kikatiba ambayo walipewa kunyanyaza funga bila kupatia nafasi ya kupelekwa kotini. Sasa imesemekana kwamba hiyo ni ukiukaji kubwa sana ya katiba yetu.
Upande wa mashtaka ulikuwa umeomba kuendelea kumshikilia Sudi kwa siku 7 zaidi ili waweze kukamilisha uchunguzi wao, huku akidai kuwa uhuru wake ungeweza kuingilia kati shughuli za uchunguzi. Sudi alikuwa anakabiliwa na mashtaka 5 zikiwemo matamshi ya chuki, kumjeruhi afisa wa polisi, kukosa nidhamu kinyume na sheria, kuwa na silaha bila kibali na kukwepa kutiwa mbaroni na polisi. Rais wa chama cha mawakili amechukua fursa hii kusi mfumo wa mahakama kuwa jasiri katika kutoa haki.
I want to encourage judges and magistrates to be as bold as the judge has been today, because the biggest violators are lawmakers, law enforcers, lawyers, judges and magistrates, because they use the law to assist the state often in violating fundamental human rights and freedoms.
Licha ya kuwa mbunge huyu amepata uhuru siku 6 baada ya kukaa katika kituo cha polisi, mbunge huyu ameamuriwa na mahakama kutotoa hotuba katika hadhara yoyote ile hadi atakapofunguliwa mashtaka. Ruth Sarmoi, NTV, Nakuru.
Na wapwani sasa wanalia wakidai kusalitiwa na serikali. Wanadai kwamba kuna njama ya kuhamisha shughuli zote za bandari hadi maeneo bara na kisha kuibinafsisha. Ni mojawapo ya taarifa zinazopewa kipaumbele katika gazeti la Taifa Leo kesho, hivyo usikose nakala yako. Na mtazamaji, muda usiokuwa mrefu nitakueleza iliyojiri viwanjani. Usicheze mbali.
All day, we expect our mouth to do all kinds of things. That is why it needs all-round protection. New Oral-B Pro Health toothpaste. Its advanced technology helps prevent both tooth holes and gum problems that can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your teeth, giving them all-round protection. Because your mouth is doing more than you think. New Oral-B Pro Health. All-round protection for your whole mouth.
Kwanza na kachai, tunasema mkate gani tamu zaidi? mwenye afya tele tena tusaidia, bei yake bado ni ile ile nafuu, unapatikana karibu na wewe. Selecta. Mkate ni Selecta. And now, Selecta comes with free Zesta jam for a limited period of time.
Karatina University wishes to announce to all new and continuing students that lectures of the first semester of the 2020-2021 academic year are ongoing. New students university joining instructions and details on creation of e-learning account for all students are on the university website. Payment of requisite fees is a requirement. For more information, visit our website on www.karu.ac.ke or contact us on the details on your screen. Karatina University, inspiring innovation and leadership.
Disinfect and protect your home with Jik. Jik kills 99.9% of illness-causing germs. Disinfect floors, kitchen and bathroom surfaces, and wash white clothes, towels, and dishcloths with Jik bleach. Just Jik it.
For more than 10 years now, 1 Acre Fund has worked with farmers across Kenya to give them access to quality seeds, fertilizer, and farming inputs through affordable financing options. To find out how you too can join the 1 Acre Fund program, dial *689#. 1 Acre Fund. Mkulima Kwanza.
Ulimwengu wa michezo kwa michezo kama kandanda na raga hapa nchini, mwanzo mpya ungali mbali. Hii ni baada ya serikali kuzindua mikakati ya kurejelewa kwa michezo kwa awamu. Riadha, gofu na mbio za magari ni miongoni mwa michezo inayoruhusiwa kurejea, sawa na klabu za binafsi za mazoezi ambazo zimepewa idhini ya kuanza kazi mara moja. Waziri wa michezo Amina Mohamed alitangaza hayo leo wakati wa kuzindua kanuni zitakazofuatwa kwenye mikutano wa wadau kwenye mtandao wa Zoom. Na vituo vya uchaguzi wa shirikisho la kandanda nchini FKF vitafunguliwa saa 3 asubuhi kesho. Bodi ya uchaguzi wa FKF imejumuisha huduma za tume ya uchaguzi nchini IEBC. Uchaguzi utafanyika katika kaunti 21. Iwapo wagombezi watatoka sare popote pale, marudio ya kuamua mshindi yatafanywa Jumanne Septemba tarehe 22 na matokeo kamilifu ya kaunti yatatangazwa Oktoba mosi, huku uchaguzi wa rais wa FKF ukifanywa Oktoba tarehe 17. Mtazamaji, zimesalia siku 15 kabla ya kufanyika kwa mbio za London Marathon. Wengi watakuwa wanawaangazia wanariadha Eliud Kipchoge wa Kenya na Kenenisa Bekele wa Ethiopia. Hii leo tumezungumza na mwanariadha wa kwanza wa Kenya kushiriki hizo mbio, Douglas wa Kihuri, na alikuwa na haya kusema kuhusu mbio za mwaka huu.
For me, I had plan A and plan B and plan C, so that I see at what stages I'm going to apply all this. And basically that's what Eliud is going to have also. He knows, in his mind, he knows that Kenenisa is not an easier person to drop. 10,000, he had a world record, so he is good at it. But then, where are you going to change the game? And that is, I think, is the most going. But I think if they take it head on, probably, Kenenisa is a big bulky, so his speed is a bit heavier than Eliud. So I know that in the last few kilometers, if they go head on, I think Eliud will take him because he can push in an easy 240 or 239 per kilometer.
Na mtazamaji, inaelezwa kwamba niondoke, lakini nitasoma arafa tu mbili kuhusu swali letu. Maoni yako ni yapi kuhusu chanjo cha Roxwan itakayojaribiwa na Cambry Vet? Murage Paul Ndungu anasema kama haina madhara yoyote mwilini basi na itumike. Inaonyesha hata tumepiga hatua kwa uchunguzi wa mambo ya kiafya. MCA Mwala Makutano Ward anasema Jane, cha kwanza na cha muhimu ni kumshukuru Mungu. Hivyo basi jaribio la chanjo hiyo na yunga mkono kabisa, kwani kikosa kujaribiwa itajulikanaje iko sawa. Cambry watafute watu 39 kwani mimi niko tayari. Huyo ni MCA wa Mwala, wa Mwala wadi ya Makutano. Bila shaka tutawaelezea maafisa wa Cambry kwamba uko tayari. Ni hayo tu usiku wa leo. Shukrani za dhati kwa muda wako na kutakia usiku mwema. Naitwa Jane Ngweri, tukutane kesho panapo majaliwa.
This is NTV.
I help women find independence by training them in fish farming. It's tough on my back, joints, and can cause headaches. Panadol Extra relieves multiple types of pain. If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
We all are looking for products to protect ourselves from viruses, but not all products protect us. Did you know that using Dettol soap and water protects against viruses? Many viruses are surrounded by an envelope with receptors that enable them to enter a human cell and cause infection. Dettol soap destroys the outer layer of the virus and effectively removes it. Protect your family from the spread of viruses with Dettol. Dettol cleans and is now tested and proven to be effective against COVID-19 virus. This has been Medivax for Dettol.
The Dettol range is available on Jumia. Shop safely and conveniently today.
Ah, Helen Paul.
Hello, madam. Would you like to join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question for you. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I've been using it for years.
Oh, madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes. To disinfect your toilet properly, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains removal. Harpic's thick formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleaning compared to regular detergents and bleach.
Wow, now I'm convinced, Helen Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that she's part of the mission, the next house is yours.
In Kenya, 1 in 2 children suffer from cavities. Brushing with Pepsodent removes bacteria and repairs tiny holes before they become cavities. Because every smile matters.
The risk of illness-causing germs is increasing. It is believed that the coronavirus can remain on surfaces in your home for up to 9 days. Touching infected surfaces is one of the ways in which germs spread. Regularly disinfect your floors, countertops, and kitchen surfaces with bleach, and use an effective toilet cleaner inside and outside your toilet bowl. This message is brought to you by Medivax, Jig, and Harpic.
New Blue Band Mayonnaise. Made from natural ingredients with omega-3 and 6 to enjoy long-lasting freshness and natural taste unlike any other mayo. Grow healthy and happy kids with New Blue Band Mayonnaise.
NTV, turning on your world. The following program has been rated PG. It may contain scenes unsuitable for children under the age of 10.
The Wicked Edition, in association with Telcom, Kenya's most affordable data network.
Hello and welcome to the weekend edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. We have a great show lined up for you. In fact, this is literally the episode naweza sema tumeweka nyama mingi sana. Najua mshasikia the Kenya Meat Commission has been transferred from the Ministry of Agriculture to the Ministry of Defense. But then again, who knows how to handle beef better than the military? And the Agriculture CS, Peter Munya, has defended the move, saying that either way, the military has been the Kenya Meat Commission's biggest customer, confirming the claims by haters that kutoka kitambo, ng'ombe zimekuwa zikiingia jeshi kwa wingi. In other circles, people now think they understand why mtu lazima angaliwe kama akona meno yote before apewe job huko. Saizi mtaani huwezi potea alafu urudi kama umenona. Mimi mtu hawezi niambia kitu, huyu jamani kama aliingia jeshi. Mi personally kwanza nahurumia supplier mwenye Kenya Meat Commission ilikuwa na deni yake before ihamishwe. Unajua wakati walikuwa kwa agriculture ungewatisha kidogo uwalete juu alafu wakulipe deni yako. Wewe sasa unaweza pelekana na KDF na nyama. And the complaints. Usiingie hiyo butchery ni ya jeshi. Utaisikia vile wako na nyama gumu. Now we have a great show lined up for you. Our guest for this episode is one of the wittiest women I know. She has had countless appearances on the trend. She even hosted the show for a while, but now she works for BBC. Shiro Morioki is in the house.
Hey.
I also have some great vibes from Telkom Kenya. Kama kawaida, manze usiwahi jipata na pressure ya data bundles. Na tunaimba hapa mambo ya affordable data bundle packages kila wiki. I'll tell you more about that in a bit. I also have 2,000 bob worth of Telkom airtime najisikia kukupatia. Stand by for details ya vile unaweza ipata. But first, this week, stakeholders in the Ministry of Education held talks concerning the reopening of schools in October. But according to the Kenya National Union of Teachers, KNUT Secretary General Wilson Sosion, schools are not even ready to reopen in January.
Education remains underfunded, and we don't think if at the rate in which the sector is moving, the country and schools will not be ready for resumption in January. That's the truth.
Now, this argument by Sosion holds water on different fronts. One, most schools have been turned into rental houses, and by law, ukitaka kuhamisha mtu kwa nyumba yako lazima umpatie ama unafaa umpatie notice ya kama 3 months. We are already in October. Now do the math. And by the come to think of it, if we are already in October, why are students going, what are students going to do in school for 2 months only? Keep in mind, the first month after opening is always set to discuss how the holiday was. Na hizo ni holidays za kawaida, 1 month, 3 weeks. Hii sasa wanatoka vacation. And there's a proposal to customize exams to cover up to Form 3 work for Form 4s. Hiyo ni moto. Panga line. 1 plus 1, 2. Aya, wewe unaenda Maseno University. Aya, next. 1 plus 1, 3. Wewe ni kama utaigia jeshi. Now, but why would the government suggest that students go to school for 2 months in a year? Unless the goal is to give all Kenyan students a taste of what it's like to do a course at the University of Nairobi. Unajua UN hapa kuna mtu anapiga diploma yake na miaka 8 safi juu ya strike. The good news is that the government has set aside billions of shillings towards the preparedness for the resumption of normal school curriculum. But despite that, there are people who are still concerned about whether social distancing can be achieved in schools. Mtu atawezaje kununua KDF kwa school canteen ukiwa 1.5 meters away? That will kill the vibe. But then again, there's a way to ensure proper social distancing in school. All students to go back to school, but the only subjects zikuwe chemistry, maths na physics. Mpaka corona ishe. You do not need to force social distancing in any of these subjects. It comes naturally. Mtu wa kwanza akipata 40%, wa pili anakuanga na 19.5. Show me a better way to execute social distancing. Now, talking of social distancing, there's no reason whatsoever, Maze, you should ever be separated from the internet when we have Telkom Kenya out here offering the most affordable data packages in the market. Na ni ukweli, I'm talking about 30 GB na thao moja peke yake unapata, ukiwa na 100 peke yake unapata 2 GB na inakuja na another 2 GB in the form of night bundles, ama 700 MBs at 60 bob coming with another 700 MB night bundles. And to get a taste of this experience, I have 2,000 bob worth of Telkom airtime nataka kukupatia. So just give me a reason why you would need 2K airtime. Unataka hiyo credo, nipatie tu reason, any reason. Yenye inabamba on any platform. Tag Telkom Kenya, myself, Dr_Kingori on Twitter and Instagram, Dr. Kingori on Facebook, that's Dr. Kingori. Credo ya last week inaendea at Rough Road @roughroad_98, at roughroad_98, on the question on what would end the perceived beef between men and women. Alisema, the toxicity can only end if we understand that we need each other, irrespective of our genders. Just like talents are given to different talents so that we can complement each other and look up to each other, what we accomplish. Then, if we realize that I need you, I will treat you well so as not to lose what you bring into my life. Now, we recently had content creator Chebet Rono on the show, but we could not finish the interview because alipata anxiety attack in the middle of the interview. His anxiety attack ili come after I asked about the sacrifices she's ever made for another human being. Na wewe unasema umelipia mse rent, alafu?
Na nikamwambia tu, umeclown kubali chukua hizi your clown uniform nikaiva, because what was I doing? Like, hata nikijiuliza, umse hakuwa nijenga, hakuwa nisaidia, I don't know why. Can we like stop a bit?
Tuendelee tu. So this is a wicked edition. No one can judge you.
No, as in free, can we actually stop? Like, I have an anxiety attack.
Now, Shiro Morioki lit up the internet recently when she tweeted about a girl carrying a pan to her boyfriend's house to make chapatis. Ukiniuliza, that's the literal definition of made with love. But now, in a world where we have a long-running debate about the boundaries of how much you can do in a relationship before dowry or before marriage, kwanza history ya dem kufulia chali yake. Who better to break this conversation down than one Shiro Morioki? Aki, we are back with her on the other end of this short commercial break. Labda ni alibeba pan. We'll find out. See you guys in a bit.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more, like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted and always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
The Aerial Guarantee.
Asante sana. Sasa, ni nini kingine ambacho unaweza kumfanyia msichana wetu?
Kila kitu. Hata kufua nguo na Aerial mpya.
Basi, tuonyeshe.
Hey, sasa fanya haya madoa yawe sugu zaidi. Sasa tufue kwa kutumia sabuni yako na kutumia Aerial mpya. Aerial sasa inapatikana kwenye pakiti mpya. Unaniamini sasa?
Aerial huondoa madoa sugu kwa mwosho mmoja. Ijaribu leo uamini.
Nearly 1 in 3 children across Kenya do not have the proper nutrition to grow. But when you buy a bar of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate, you can help change the story. That's because we will use part of the proceeds to donate milk to less fortunate children across our beautiful country. Let us come together and show the generous spirit that is inside of all of us. Cadbury Dairy Milk. There's a glass and a half in everyone.
In the event that you would like to verify the genuineness of the certificates, what you need to do is to dial *352#. You can also download the Aki app onto your phone. If by any chance you happen to sell your motor vehicle, it will be important that you contact your insurance company for cancellation of the certificate that you are holding.
Mimi ni fundi, naelewa chuma ya nguvu ni gani. Wini tulijuana 2010.
Kitengenezewa mlango na chuma strong, utakuwa ukilala usingizi nono.
Jijenge na Doshi Steel. Chuma ya nguvu.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more, like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted and always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
You are watching The Wicked Edition in association with Telkom, Kenya's most affordable data network.
Welcome back to the Wicked Edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. Leo tunataka kujua how much people are willing to do for love, ama what people have done for love. And our guest Leo ni one of the wittiest women I have ever met, I have ever known. Shiro Morioki, ladies and gentlemen. Karibu sana.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. Being back here is nostalgia. I love it. Not much has changed, but in other ways, a lot has changed.
Them days, Larry days.
Them days, yes.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Ulichokoza sana. Ulichokoza sana na story ya Kadema.
Thank you. I was young and foolish then.
No, that was you. Where this story is coming from, for those who don't know, Shiro alisema, she tweeted something about a lady carrying a pan kwa handbag to go cook chapos for the boyfriend. That was you.
No! But I've done foolish things though.
What's the foolishest thing you've ever seen?
Mi by then nijipeleka kwa hostel ya mtu kumpigia nguo pasi. And I ironed.
So that's a bad thing. That's not crazy. That's being, inaitwaje, unaitanga wife material. Okay.
You know, the thing is, and this is something I noticed a lot when I was in campus. You see, I'm not saying that there's something wrong with doing things for the person you love, because I'm in a very committed relationship right now and I'm doing all those things. You know, I cook, I clean. However, me by then nilipelekwa campus kusoma, but the thing that I noticed with girls in campus, mpaka babes used to skip class. Babes used to, you know, your boyfriend is in class and you're in the same class, but you're back at his hostel ukimfulia nguo. You see,
anajua anasikia poa sana akiona unamuita babes bado.
By babes, I mean girls. In fact, I should just use the proper English and not come here with colloquialisms. And yeah, so those are the things girls used to do, and I did it myself. That time when I was ironing, was supposed to be in class. That was a foolishness.
Oh, not like doing it is wrong. Washing CG clothes for someone is wrong. When, as in it, what's wrong is not doing what you're supposed to do.
You're not putting yourself as a priority. You've put everyone before yourself as a priority. And please remember, umepelekwa campus na wazazi or your family kusoma.
But unajua, someone would argue that unaona hizi vitu zenye umeenda campus kufanya ni zile vitu watu walikuwa wanafunzwa traditionally kitambo. Sasa wewe umeenda kuzilearn campus.
People also learn witchcraft traditionally, but no one is going to learn it in campus. Show me the traditional healing class.
Udem wa pan, huwa kubeba pan kwenda kupikia chali yake chapatis. Why do you find that crazy? You see sacrifice that, that's love.
Me first, why doesn't that guy have a pan? But they go make chapos. Make them. But I must say, bring my own equipment.
But in fact, by the way, when you say it like that, it brings out another image, yeah? Udem ni kama, because not the first time, it's not day one. Yeye kuja na pani yake anarudi.
Habitually, every weekend, alafu unaiosha, alafu. And then, I tell you boys, haski kitu, ukiona dem akiteseka, first, because apparently the plan was, weekends, she's going to sleep over at the guy's hostel, sindio?
Yes.
So ametoka kwa pan, kwake na pan, she goes to class with that pan in her bag the whole day. People are just hearing the clinking and clanking of utensils. Unatoa full scaps, unasikia pingli ni pan.
Kuanga tu wakati udem wako.
And wafu nashindwa what kind of pan it was. Nizi non-stick, ama it was those, you know the old ones, the black ones that are flat. So kotizi the whole day. And this boy cannot be bothered to By the way, please go make chapatis for those. Even though he doesn't marry you, at least you'll be a very good chapati maker.
Now, I like that you say that even if he doesn't marry you.
And chances are he will not, because this is the thing that also I think young girls need to understand. When you show yourself or you show this dude that you're willing to do anything for him, imagine hakuna heshima hapo. Guys like having to work. And this is something that a lot of men have told me. Just the thrill of the chase.
Yes.
Like anyway, you're the man. You
Yes.
don't have to buy a pan. I'm
Yes.
sure there is someone who's texting you. Do you have a pan?
I do.
Because that is maybe someone is
No,
texting
I
you.
do.
Unaongea stories za pan alafu wewe huna.
No pun intended.
You should be so ashamed of yourself.
I am. But then you said something like it's not a guarantee that someone will marry you even after doing all that.
Yeah.
So Basi, how much are people allowed to do, especially for the ladies, when in a relationship before marriage, Basi?
You see, the thing is, I can't make a blanket statement as to what you should do, because there are chicks who went and did wife material things for their boyfriends, and then after campus, this guy married you. I think what the rule of thumb should be, what are you getting? Are you getting from this relationship as much as you're giving?
That means the relationship ni madeni. Like what I do
no,
to
see,
you.
deni. But you see, the thing is, even you, I'm sure you'll not be comfortable in a relationship where you're the one who's paying for everything. This chick, you've never seen, you don't even know if her clothes have pockets because she's never entered her pocket. Or she can't even feel free to come to a date without a handbag, because that handbag, what is it carrying?
Yeah.
Clearly not her wallet. So even you wouldn't feel good. And I've seen it so many times online, guys feeling exploited because financially you're the one who's carrying this girl, and you're both in campus, you're both not financially independent, but she still gets money from her parents and from you. So of course, if a relationship, exploitation can happen on both sides.
Yes.
The girl can exploit you. You're buying her weave worth 15,000 shillings, and that 15,000 shillings is your help. No menda kununulia mtu nywele. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, and she'll still leave you and go with that nice wig to someone else. See, in that same tweet I mentioned, there's a chick who went from Madaraka to Kasarani with a mop. Not a duster. You know, a duster, you can fold it quietly in your bag and all. You're crossing town looking like a prophet from the Old Testament. So, unaambia nini watu when you're coming back home with a wet mop?
Hiyo ni love in a unique way. As in, this guy, hata kama atakuacha, they always remember.
No, the thing that makes me ask a few questions is, you're just chilling in your house. You're seeing this girl every weekend coming with a mop and going back with a mop. You don't think, okay, fine, me, I'm really enjoying having my house clean. So I just buy this girl a mop.
See, probably the guy was testing her patience.
Why are we the ones always to sit these examinations? Which exams do guys sit?
They do. Come on, you can afford, see, new angalia security, one, if someone can protect you. But financial security pia.
Yeah, but then when we're asking for security, we can protect. Am I expecting you to come to the club with a bow and arrows? Will I bring gangsters to your house to see whether you'll fight them?
Okay.
No!
Okay. But sasa basi, in terms of what someone owes you, the threshold, someone, kama nyinyi basi.
I don't like the word owing though, because
it is.
I don't like owing because that leads to feelings of entitlement on both sides, where I feel I'm entitled to your money, I feel I'm entitled to your time, I feel I'm entitled. But there's a threshold of human decency, basic decency. For instance, Kingori, if you're in campus and you're in the same class with your girlfriend and you feel very comfortable watching this girl skip class to do your chores, there's something wrong. If you truly care about this person, you'd care for them to get their education the same way you're there to get your education. Kama unacha dem kwa room and you guys are in the same class, na wewe unapita campus as she's feeling because washing your clothes, is that love?
Depends.
On
the person, not me. I wouldn't do that.
Not you, exactly.
No, not me.
Yeah, because you have human decency, and that is where we have to draw the line. Is there human decency? You know, we're not asking you to cross oceans, buy this girl a car, none of those things. Human decency. Treat people the way you'd like to be treated. That's it. And you see when people call us, you know, you feminists, and imagine all women are asking is, imagine teachers say you'd like to be treated. That's it. Imagine it's not a scientific concept. Even true. Teachers say you'd like to be treated. Even true.
We had Rono on the show, Chebet Rono.
Who I love. She's so fun.
But she couldn't actually finish the interview because she got an anxiety attack katikati ya show. Tulikuwa tumemuuliza swali like the craziest things she's ever done. Naget. And then she akaenda akasema ati she paid rent for someone for 3 months. Kabla hiyo story ishi anxiety attack ikakama.
Oi.
Because chances are maybe waliachana na huyo mtu. Naget.
Yeah.
Are there things that where personally you've ever done hizo before you are like other than tu hizo za kufua daro
like financial support?
Yani
I've done it, but it's because I knew what I was getting back in that relationship. Oh, he was supporting me in other ways. And
so it's a trade, Ama?
You know, when you call it a trade, when you think about it, interpersonal relationships are all about trade. Imagine me, I'm not Jesus Christ.
Ni biashara.
It's not, I wouldn't call it biashara, but if you're in a relationship with someone, it's not even just like a romantic relationship.
Okay.
Even friends. There's a point at which, like, if you're in a friendship with someone, and you're there for them, you're being a good friend to them, but then when you need them, hawako. So even you'll start rethinking that relationship.
When human beings can't like, love each other unconditionally, hakuna terms and conditions.
Me, I think the only people who love me unconditionally are my parents, my mom and my late dad. That's it. And Jesus. I'm not going to... People also manage your expectations, but there are times at which when you have to ask yourself, even this friendship, let's even stop talking about boyfriend and girlfriend or romantic relationships in whatever form they come.
Yes.
Even let's talk about basic friendships. I'm sure at about women friendship, when you start thinking, huyu mtu tunasaidiana naye aje.
But unajua, ubeste, kuna hizo expectations za ubeste na expectations za relationship. That's why in a relationship they talk of more than friends. You guys are more than friends.
Exactly.
You can actually, in most relationships wanasemanga, someone has to love the other person more than kuna mtu mmoja anapendwa kushinda.
Yeah, that's advice that we were given as girls. Don't always marry someone who loves you more than you love them. And I think that
someone was cheated.
Yeah, you see, I think that's really dangerous advice because kwa your situation, you're holding back kuona kama huyu mtu atakumit at 70%. So you find a situation, Kingori has been told, you make sure the girl loves you more. Me, I've been told, make sure the guy loves you more. So we are there waiting to be loved more. We're used to there, like little mice. Waiting to see what's going to happen. I mean, that makes no sense.
Bas, kuna tena story ya vitu zenye you mentioned something when we spoke earlier ukasema the things I have done to be loved. That's a very interesting statement. Na vitu madem ufanya vitu zenye hata wewe ukaivi unajiambianga tu I'm doing this to be loved. I'm doing this to impress the other person. Kuna hizo zenye nini?
You know, like when I was in high school, there was this girl. Well, I'm not going to say which school or whether even we're in the same class because people can start
connecting, joining the dots.
Yeah, and I'm not going to do that to anyone. But I remember that this girl was dating someone who kept telling her that she was overweight and she needed to lose weight. And she wasn't. She's actually quite slim, but apparently he likes skinny girls.
Okay.
So she had to... At some point, she said something like a kayamba when she walked because the bones were rattling. She lost all of the weight
for life.
Doing all these like diet pills. When you start finding yourself doing unhealthy things. And then also, there's a thing that us girls do where you find a guy being a certain way and then you decide that you want to give him a makeover physically, emotionally, personality-wise. But you found him like this. What miracles are you expecting? It's the same thing when a man will meet a girl and then anashtuka sana that she's not changing. But you found me like this.
Okay.
This is what you liked. You found me like this.
The right person is technically the person who loves you the way you are.
Exactly.
I argued with someone kabisa about makeup. Like, why do women apply makeup? Because she was like, we don't apply makeup for men. We don't apply makeup. Oh, really?
It's really not for you.
You can win that debate.
Yes. Sure. Let me tell you, I care more about what other women think of me than what men think of me. Imagine.
I don't think you can win that debate.
Yes. It is not for you. It is not for you. And then the men, the thing that I find hilarious is when men say, it's fraud. It's fraud. I feel cheated. Which woman do you know that was born with golden eyelids? So you honestly think that when you met me at the club and I had purple and gold, you believe that's how I came out into the world? So that now you can cry fraud when you saw me wiping it. No! Oh no, you mean she doesn't have purple lips?
So basi, if you don't do it for men, mbona mkiwa kwa nyumba mnakaanga hivyo vile mnakaa, but then when you go out,
there's no one, those nasty girls who will judge me are not in my house.
A woman is a woman's enemy.
No.
For real?
That's a whole other debate that we're going to get into. But I think a human is a human's worst enemy. It doesn't have to be gendered. I'm sure even you, there's a guy who's cut you off at the knees, but no one makes it a gender thing.
No.
So let's
tuko na all the time we need for a debate. Time ya Wicked Edition inaweza kuwa kidogo sana, but we're extending this conversation to Nation FM on Monday from 10 to 11 a.m. Uko sure utawin your debate?
I got this. I got this.
Aya basi. Tune in to Nation FM on 96.3 pale Monday from 10 to 11. Who can win this debate? That's it for the Wicked Edition. See you next week. My name is Dr. Kingori.
The Wicked Edition in association with Telcom. Kenya's most affordable data network.
I help women find independence by training them in fish farming. It's tough on my back, joints, and can cause headaches. Panadol Extra relieves multiple types of pain. If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
From far with you. I even gifted you a magnificent house. Rosa, it's the thought that counts. Please help me.
When it comes to fever, you need to be both. Panadol Baby and Infant starts to work on fever in 15 minutes and is gentle on the tummy. Panadol Baby and Infant, tough on fever, gentle on your child.
Sky is a sisterhood of teen girls from across Kenya. We are all about being true to ourselves and what we believe in. From fashion and music to school and our friends, we celebrate the things we love and support each other in the sisterhood. You can be a Sky Girl too. Just go to skygirlske.com and take the pledge. Follow up on Instagram and Facebook at skygirlske.
When you buy a bar of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate, you can help change the story. That's because we will use part of the proceeds to donate milk to less fortunate children across our beautiful country. Let us come together and show the generous spirit that is inside of all of us. Cadbury Dairy Milk. There's a glass and a half in everyone.
Do your gums hurt? Yeah. Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile? All that in one toothpaste? Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums. Ah, Colgate Herbal. Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
Come over. Wacha nikupikie kishaf Ramzi. Yes.
Rena vegetable oil stays liquid to the last drop, so it's smooth cooking from start to finish. Now with an easy to pour cap. Mapishi poa, madishi poa.
Just an ordinary day at Tooth Defenders headquarters.
Hey! Pop quiz. Who should floss their teeth? Everyone should floss.
Not so fast, super genius. Everyone's teeth should get flossed. But if you're younger than 8, a grown-up should do it for you.
You!
What a lucky me!
My teeth.
I love them, that's what I said.
Teeth.
The brightest thing in my head.
My teeth.
Could this be the end of Tooth City?
It's been so much fun. See you never.
What comes to mind when you hear Man of Steel? What does it take to be a man of steel? This week on Property Focus, the most successful industrialist in East Africa, Dr. Narendra Raval, takes us through his journey of success, a project review that's used steel to be a fortress, and insights of this building material.
I would like to see that all Kenyans have got the roof above the head, and that is only possible when we make everything in Kenya.
Catch the show this Sunday at 5:30 p.m. only on NTV.
Property Focus in association with Devkey Steel Mills.
Look for the Devkey mark on a widest selling reinforcement, twisted and TMT rebars, which are KBS certified and have the diamond mark of quality. Devkey Steel, Kenya's most trusted steel company.
Hi everyone, welcome to the ITEL online launch. My name is MC Jesse.
It is the ITEL brand launch event.
I was thinking today, I'm going to stick with the empty tomb, and I want to make a big deal out of that. And I know for most of us evangelical Christians, we are very familiar and very comfortable with the space of the cross and the death of Christ. But we don't think too much about the resurrection. And yet, if Christ had died and remained dead, there would be nothing for us to celebrate.
I could be powerful, beautiful, and unstoppable. That's who I am.
Hey guys, so Sky Girls KE is back on Tin Republic this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Make sure to join us on NTV. We have a fantastic show lined up for you, and we also have the winner of the True to Me cover challenge joining us this Saturday, so you cannot miss out. Hopefully they're gonna have a duet with Karun, so make sure to stick around and make sure to join us. Dope conversations, dope music, and of course you're hanging out with the great dynamic trio, DJ Bash, myself, and Martin Kimaki.
Tell everybody to tell everybody. See you on Saturday, and God bless.
Unstoppable, yeah, we ready to roll, yeah.
Teen Republic in association with Sky Girls Kenya.
You can be a Sky Girl too. Just go to skygirlske.com and take the pledge. Follow up on Instagram and Facebook at skygirlske.
NTV, turning on your world.
And it's yet another Friday. Good evening and welcome to it. TTTT, the hashtag, of course, being that. Jump on it at the Trend Live on social media. My name is Amina Abdi Rabar. It has been a long week. We have talked about a lot of different things on social media, kule WhatsApp, calling your family members. These are but just some of the stories that trended this week.
Hi guys, sorry to bother you. You guys, what?
UNICEF staff gate crashes a party and he literally leaves it into pieces.
It's curfew time, no? Right? Who are you? I'm the one living there. So who is renting here? The Airbnb. Sorry, I'm not. Who's the
Pandemic by the anyway too. Nigerian man buys 3 Ferraris for his daughter. Stick around and find out how much they cost. Technology by this too. Let it be known, a court in Nakuru sets a capital offender free during a virtual hearing. 200 naked prisoners, yes, you heard that right, naked prisoners escaped jail in Uganda. Is this a way to run away from corona in Uganda prison? Stick around to find out more. And of course, I would not be doing the show alone. Hello, Butita, and hello, Cindy. How are you guys?
Hey, Amina. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. How are the both of you?
I'm fine. Niko sawa.
No
changes.
What do you mean no changes?
I've not had a break.
Butita, it's good to see you. There are changes. Follow Butita on Instagram to find out.
What's happening on Instagram, Butita? Just tell us.
I don't know. I haven't been online, but my admin has been online for 1 week.
Wow.
So,
give us that good tip.
I don't know.
Who are you on Instagram with?
Okay. Let me try to remember.
Okay, but Cindy.
It wasn't me.
Cindy, how are you?
I'm good, Amina. It's so good to see you. Good to be back. I had missed all of you.
Oh, we had missed you too.
A bit of a disclaimer. I wanted to wear a T-shirt. I had asked somebody to print a T-shirt today written, "I love Anita Ndweru." She's being trolled a lot today. I just want to tell Anita so much love from the TTT family. The T-shirt wasn't ready on time.
Yes.
So just wanted to give that shout out to my girl, Anita.
Oh, shout out to Anita, man. You know, Anita is the Kanye West of my life. We're so close, but I find out on Twitter sometimes, I'm like, babes. But you know what? It's true, man. Sending love from the TTT squad. Now, Cindy, right before we even start, there's a challenge you've been doing, and it goes to help cancer patients. If you could just tell us a bit about it.
Fantastic. It's called the 545 Challenge. So what the challenge does is it gets you out of your comfort zone, out of your seat in the house, and you get fit for a good cause. So we've got a lot of people who are always on Instagram, social media, who are sweating and posting all their body fluids all over the place. But how about you do that for a good cause? Do it for cancer. Cancer patients are still being diagnosed and still need support despite the COVID pandemic. So with the 545 Challenge, yes, work out, do Zumba, dance, any physical activity, take a picture, tag it on Facebook, and donate 500 to Faraja Cancer Support Trust. Pay bill number 509700, a minimum of 500, maximum of whatever you want. Any amount goes a long way to support children and adults with cancer in Kenya.
All right. Thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you so much. For more, follow her at Cindy Ogana. Now, as we get started, this first story, I am not sure if it's the case of your neighbor having drinks na mayengs and then you're in your house with low Wi-Fi connection. You just decide, I'm going to storm their house, spoil their party. Now, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF, has launched investigations into an incident where one of their employees is said to have stormed a private house party, assaulted the host and her guests while hurling racial insults. Philip van der Graaf, who is the organization's regional procurement and supply chain specialist, was filmed hurling racially charged comments at partygoers at an apartment in Nairobi. In case you didn't watch it, just take a look.
Who is the person? No, you don't have to be here now. Like this. Who is Airbnb? Who is taking this house?
Hello.
You are?
Hello.
Okay, hello.
Hey, can you...
I mean, I don't understand. Why was it any of his business? Why did he need to go to their house? Why couldn't he, I don't know. I mean, formal complaints could be, Butita, kazi wa kubash.
Kwanza sisi mtaa yetu kukiwa na bash, tunaijoin, hatuendi kuizima. Tunaijoin. Unajua kuna zile mtaa unaandikaga notice, unapatiana 21 days notice.
Yeah, that's true.
Ati utakuwa na birthday ya dogi, utakuwa na birthday ya mtoto.
Email,
WhatsApp group uombe ruhusa.
Yes.
Yani kuna protocol.
Yes.
Si WhatsApp group yetu ni kesi. Yani tumezoea hata mtu anaweza siaga na kwa nyumba yake na mtu asimnyamazishe. So I think kama walikuwa wamesema watakuwa na bash nini waka notify my neighbor na bado umse akacrash hapo akazushia then wrong. Kama hawaku notify neighbors, hao ndio wako wrong. Yeah.
All right. Now, Cindy, a lot of people argued that he wasn't being racist because he didn't say anything racist in the video. However, we do need to understand that racism is not just when somebody calls you the N-word, right? What are your thoughts?
Racism is exercising white privilege in the sense that you believe because you're from a certain race or social standing, you have the right to interrupt a party based on your own personal beliefs. He believed it was their bedtime, so he felt he had the right to infringe, go into somebody's property, tell them to end a party, and on top of it, hurl insults at them. So the reason why it's called racism is because the only plausible reason are, number one, either he's mentally insane. Number two, either he was drunk, and number three, either he was exercising his white privilege, or number four, all of the above. Now you have to realize, for somebody to treat you that way, you have to have given them permission. Meaning there has to have been instances in the past where he has felt that he can assert his authority and he will get away with it. Maybe he's talked to watchmen like that, security guards, and he's going away with it because of the color of his skin.
Very true.
Yes. Maybe he has, demanded something from an organization and he's been treated in a certain way. So he has this mentality that he has the right of way, he has the right of speech, and that is horrible because this is our land and country. And it's even worse because he works for an organization that does fantastic things with children. And for him to represent them in this way is really deplorable.
It really
I
is.
applaud the organizers of that event for not fighting back. However, Butita can attest, kama ingekuwa mtaani.
Ndio hivyo, unajua kuna difference ya party na bash. Now that was a party.
Cindy anaka ange.
In fact, hata mimi before I say za kuuliza, what is the right way kusimamisha party?
Hakuna right. Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, there are a lot of other things. Even they would have known if maybe they were out of order, but still, there's a way that you still have to come and communicate.
Ukijaribu kusimamisha bash ya gengeton.
Ati?
Bashi ya gengeton ukijaribu mchezo kaa hiyo. Wewe kama mtu na ambulance inakurudisha. Ati wamesema mzime hiyo muziki.
No, but you know, Cindy, I don't know if we've ever touched on it on the show or off air because we also talk a lot on and off air, and I'm not sure we've ever talked about this. But I feel so bad that when you're trying to get an apartment, there's some places in 2020, in this Nairobi, you still cannot live in as a black person. We are in freaking Africa. This is Kenya.
Kuna mali hata wameandika.
It's so there are some places where it's demarcated for certain communities, certain religions, certain social status. The thing is, what they're saying is it's a right of admission. Just the same way, not all clubs are for all people. You know, there are some clubs that are members club, you have to sign up. There's some clubs where you have to have a dinner jacket, and there's some clubs when you can walk in. So they're using the same rules to segregate themselves as a community and saying, we have bought this land, we put up this flat, and this is for members of our community to empower community. Let me throw a spanner in the works. To some extent, I do not think that's necessarily a bad thing. If the community has gone ahead and said, yo, this is for our people, so that we can maybe
let's agree to disagree.
We don't want to be influenced.
Let's agree to disagree. No, let's
I think
disagree.
Because
there's some of them.
I think they don't want, for example, wines and spirits to be opened there because their region doesn't agree.
No,
maybe
it's not
they
even
don't
about
want
that. That's understandable.
You to come and sell.
Kuna ploti fulani hapa mahali hapa Ngara niliona imeandikwa vegetarians only. Nikaambiwa hapo ufai kula nyama nini, so kama wewe ni nyama usiingie.
Why don't you tell us what you think? Add to the trend live with that hashtag TTTT. Tell us your opinion on that as we move things over to Nigeria. Now, I'm sure you've heard the phrase, Hii pandemic imesotesha watu. If you go and review that phrase, it's just talking about me and Butira. Because people are outside here spending like they don't care. A Nigerian oil magnate Femi Otedola has caused quite a stir on social media after buying 3 Ferraris for his daughters, DJ Kapi, Temi and Tolami. First of all, we have to have DJ Kapi on the trend. She's going to be coming very soon. Now, according to caranddriver.com, a Ferrari Portofino starts from around 23 million Kenya shillings, translating to 69 million for the 3 rides. DJ Kapi was one who shared the pictures of the 3 supercars bearing customized number plates on social media with the caption, Papa took us shopping and bought 1 of each. Butita na Cindy, nataka tuanze kulisnizi vitu gani hizi tulinunuliwa na wazazi.
Unajua hii pandemic nimerealize kitu moja. Kuna watu wanakuaga tu sawa. Regardless of what happens in this world. Kuna watu tu funga pesa na belada throughout. Yazini kuna watu tu wako sawa. Kama unaweza buy kitu kama hiyo sahi, but I think pia ana prepare madota wake wasitishiwe na watu wengine wa masponyo labda.
But I mean, they're very, very wealthy. I'm so sure this is nothing. But Cindy, I want to hear your thoughts as well.
Masponyo.
So I'm in this group for investments, and there are guys who are selling land. You know, land in Kenya is ridiculous. So the guys who are selling half acres in Karen for 12 million, and somebody saying, slide into my DM. And I'm like, slide into your DM, right? Now, in this COVID times, I've discovered, don't say, I am broke, say we are broke. That is why we have a country, I think it's Dominican Republic, that is offering people citizenship to buy shares in some resort somewhere.
Yes, citizenship by investment.
So, if it is not at we are the we are the ones who are broke. It is a certain kind of the people who have money are able to flaunt it around and buy their kids Ferraris. Granted, Nigeria is an oil producing country. There is no money like Arab money. When they talk about Arab money,
true. We're talking oil money, baby. Yes.
They're talking about oil money. There's no money like oil money.
Cindy, I have a quote for you.
Definitely, he can splash and give his kids.
He can.
There is a famous quote that says,
yes, Butita,
things are not overpriced. You are broke.
Wow, I felt that. I really felt that one. But anyway, listen, we need to take a short break. We're going to get back with more of the trending stories. In the meantime, between time, tell me what you think about the stories that we have discussed at the Trend Live on Twitter, #TTTT. We're going to be right back. You're watching NTV.
For a better tomorrow, don't forget to do the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate every night.
Shushu, wamesema hakuna harusi.
Kwa nini? Hapana, haiwezekani. Bila harusi lazima itaendelea. Nani anasababisha harusi?
Coffee. Sababu ya COVID.
Nasema Safaricom iko na 500 MB free kila siku. Sasa tunaweza kustream hii wedo.
Hi, Shosho.
You may kiss the bride.
Get 500 MB free kila siku and never miss a moment. Dial *544# to activate your offer. Browse bila was on Kenya's best network.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more. Like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted. And always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
Top dressing tips. Top dressing is the application of fertilizers to boost harvest in growth period. Ensure the soil is moist and in warm weather. Ensure you mulch to avoid evaporation.
More than 500,000 farmers in Kenya can have easy access at affordable packs of 1 kg to 50 kg across major agro-dealers. Farmers who have used Mavuno fertilizers have realized 30% more yield. Please feed your crop and soil with the best fertilizers for future prosperity. Call us today and learn how Mavuno fertilizers is helping in increasing food production in Africa.
Best quality KEBS certified steel. TMT steel bars. Produced from the most modern machines and technology. Reliable and with the highest strength. Suitable for all types of construction. That is, high-rise buildings, bridges, houses and roads.
Look for the Devki mark on a widest selling reinforcement, twisted and TMT rebars, which are KBS certified and have the diamond mark of quality. Devki Steel, Kenya's most trusted steel company.
Lifebuoy is the world's first to report its sanitizers over 99.9% effective against the COVID-19 coronavirus. Keep using Lifebuoy or any sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. Stay safe.
The super efficient Jiko Koa requires half the charcoal of other Jikos, so you use less fuel and receive immediate savings. Enjoy our special offer now and save 1,000 Kenya shillings with every purchase. Jiko Koa, Kenya's #1 saving Jiko.
I started using drugs when I was 24 years old.
I was 5 years old.
This lady told me, have a puff of this and you will sleep like a baby. And for sure I slept like a baby.
The conversation is about addiction and overcoming it.
I had stolen from almost everybody. And I think it got to that point, everybody was tired of me.
For anybody going to rehab, they have to be very courageous. And this is where I first see this young lady.
You can get to the other side. There is hope and there is a better future if you're in that position at home.
Welcome to Garden of Joy in Machakos by Optiven. This is a gated community that is strategically located only 7 minutes drive from Komata. The title deeds are ready. Call us today on 0790 300 300.
It's time to kickstart your smart and give your brain a mega boost with DSTV. There's oodles of mind-blowing channels for kids young all together now. To get your knowledge workout, get connected to DSTV.
And welcome back, Butita. As you're talking, we are back. We are actually right back at the Trend Live. All right, so now Stana Boy on Twitter says Stana is watching from Mombasa na show iko lit. Asante sana na shukuru. Alete Bochere says Butita hizo shati zi. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Anyway, but Yoni Gugi. Yoni Gucci, where's some Versace now? Bro, imeandikwa tu hapo Gucci. You have to know the.
Hii ni Versace. Unajua hata wajui wako na shati kama hii.
That is Gucci. Look at the signs on your hand. Hata ujui kudanganya kama ujui.
Wewe ndio ujui. This is Versace sign.
Wewe
ni nini wewe?
Najaribu
We are the ones who wear these things.
Hizi ni zile za gikosh bro. I mean mbele
ina. Na unajua sijaipiga pasi. Unajua hizi zinapigwanga pasi, tuko na laundry yetu special hapo West.
Acheni niwaambie
kwa nini 2900.
No, acheni niwaambie. Nimemuuliza Butita mbona hujapiga pasi, akaniambia Dio haipigwangwi. Haipigwi pasi. Nikamwambia it's actually not Dio, it's Gucci. Now it's Versace. So he's wearing all designers at the same time. Makena Uchirani. Watu wa NTV huwa mnachoma hizo titles zenu bana. Shout out to my producer Ndenga Dennis Ochieng. Mnaweza mpata pale Instagram, tunajaribu kumtafutia. Anyway, Ben Muzuri, thank you for bringing Eddie Butita back. Lakini nashuku vile hiyo Kiswahili imekataa. Nikani Mbogi Genje amenitext. Hiyo imeshindwa. Aki says that's invading someone's privacy. First things first, how did he even enter the door? Ulisikia wapi? Kupati tunapati bila mtu kutukazia raha samahani tena. Ati kutukazia wapi?
Speak your mind.
Let's just move on. I feel like Twitter sphere is not working for me tonight. But anyway, Butita, we're going to talk about that at the end of the show. So you'll stick around to find out what big announcement we have on the trend tonight, right here on TTTT before the show comes to a close. So stick around for that. Now, I think this technology has been brought by the pandemic is not meant to be used by every sector. Peter Kamau Ngige walked out of Naivasha Maximum Security Prison a free man. During the video conferencing proceedings, a man on robbery charges posed as the illicit alcohol remandee, deceitfully gaining freedom, which was according to a source at the prison department. Now, since Kenya confirmed its first coronavirus case back in March, court users have experienced numerous challenges when applying technology, especially in virtual proceedings. Do we have the video? Unfortunately, we don't have the video. Now, Butita, did you get a chance to see what had actually transpired in the video?
No, hii experience yote ilinifundisha kitu moja.
Okay.
You know, when COVID came, ilitupata nawe kuna vitu zenye hatukuwa ready nazo. So I think this is a lesson to the judiciary na nini. Tunafaa kuwa able kufanya vitu kama hizi with or without COVID, because COVID just came to tell us we are not ready for the future.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I feel like you were building up.
They're called sentiments.
I know. I was like,
go on, Martin Luther King. I hear you.
When wisdom comes out, people wait for the next sentence. But
okay,
that was enough wisdom for the night.
Thank you very much for that. Cindy, what words of wisdom do you have for us tonight?
Oh my God, if I told you my Zoom experiences.
I know.
From my son being heard in the background, to guys standing up to go to the washroom. Kumbe they have not they've not muted their camera. They are in boxer shorts. You're like, oh my God, technology. I agree with you, Tita. COVID has just shown us how we are just technologically.
I have a question.
However,
yeah, okay, go on.
In this particular story, you know, there's some names, Amina, that if you share, chances are, if you're arrested, you're in trouble. Jen Jerry, for example. Do you know how many Jen Jerrys there are? Peter Kamau, Boniface Wafula, Omondi Otieno.
Even just Amina in
Anthony
my community, Amina Abdi. There's so many. So many.
But there can only be one Eddie Butita.
For somebody's name to be switched and for them to be convicted for a crime that is not theirs. So that is why I understand. And now we're moving into the generation of Jaden. In a couple of years, 20 years, all criminals. Jaden Wafula was busted.
Oh, okay, because I thought you said meant the other Jaden. I was like, I don't know who you think we know on this show. I don't know if our show has lawyers, but carry on. My thing is, what is the most embarrassing thing both of you have done on like a live Zoom meeting? Butita?
Mimi sijaifanya kitu embarrassing, lakini kitu najua mimi ujishuku. Unajua Zoom meeting kuna ile time same mmoja anaongea. Sasa mmefunga mavitu. Alafu shetani tu anakudanganya ufanye kitu kwa nyumba.
Shetani.
Alafu kumbe kuna vile kwanza kuna hizi simu zina hang. Uli mute mic lakini imechora lakini haijaji mute. Ama ume-mute camera na haijaji. Unajua mimi mpaka nikiwa kwa Zoom meeting kitu ni tempt niende kwa choo. Ninabaki nafunga simu hata na sweater juu. Si trust kabisa. I think hizo meeting zilikuwa zinafaa kunicknameiwa unanisikia. Because
I think the
people spend a lot of time. Cindy, unanisikia?
Okay, Cindy, go first. Butita, okay, Amina, because it takes time, right? Man, the worst thing is when you don't know someone is on a Zoom meeting and you walk in the room, which happened with me, and I was in a towel. It was just a shower cape. It was life. It's okay. It happens.
Another question. Is your house Zoomable? Can you have a Zoom meeting anywhere?
You can.
Unajua kama kwako mtu anaweza pita nyuma ukifanya Zoom meeting, unaishi vizuri, Amina.
Butita, what?
Kwangu nikikaa hivi niweke kitu hapa mbele. The only place unaweza pita ni hapo. Sasa kazu meeting kamgongo kalabi.
Yote. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we
I think that's why it's called Zoom, because people get the opportunity to zoom vitu hapa ndani.
Wanaziona. I've seen a lot of interesting things that have happened.
They're like, oh, okay, I can see where you live. Oh, you have a kitchenette. Oh, you must live in this side of town. Zoom is very embarrassing, by the way.
Actually, I can see, yeah.
I've ever been spotted. Oh, so Cindy, what are your thoughts? That time you muted, you are off camera, you're on Netflix, you know, and Cindy, what are your... You have not had anything. You're not even there. You're in the loop.
That happened to me too.
But welcome to the future.
It was a 3-hour meeting, and then I was like, let me just take a nap for like 10 minutes, and then I was just like, guy, meeting, because they were like, Amina. I'm like, I don't know. I didn't think they were going to ask me anything. It wasn't my meeting. So I was just like, I can't hear you clearly, because I didn't know what to say. It was so embarrassing. But send us your tweets at TTTT with that hashtag story, TTTT at the Trend Live. Butita has an announcement. Butita, do you want to make it quick so that people can send in messages now?
This is my last show on TTTT. It was a nice time here. I'll miss you, Amina. I'll miss Cindy, the entire panelists, nyinyi wote. It was a good ride. It's been 5 years. Now, thanks sana. Big thanks to the viewers at home for being with me, for your support and everything. God bless you sana. Adios. TTTT.
I feel really bad. I feel really bad. He says that the messages about his skin tone and complexion is why he's leaving the show. So that sucks. No, but Butita, I really feel bad, and I'm gonna miss you. So send your messages so I can read some of them when we come back.
But we are still around in the game.
Okay, let's take a break.
We might meet again.
I want to hug you. Can I come hug you? Oh, we can't.
Nearly 1 in 3 children across Kenya do not have the proper nutrition to grow. But when you buy a bar of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate, you can help change the story. That's because we will use part of the proceeds to donate milk to less fortunate children across our beautiful country. Let us come together and show the generous spirit that is inside of all of us. Cadbury Dairy Milk. There's a glass and a half in everyone.
We have an obligation to make sure that there is safety of the students when we are looking for a bus.
That is why we are using the high tensile steel from Doshi.
Jijenge na Doshi Steel, chuma ya nguvu.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more, like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted. And always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
Beat sensitivity pain fast with Sensodyne Rapid Action for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
Wakenya, hii fight hatukuchagua, lakini tuko na choice. Tuchague kujilinda. Tuchague kuprotect familia zetu. Tuchague usafi. Kuosha mikono. Kuosha manyumba zetu. Ndio tulinde watoto wetu. Na tuvae mask. Future yetu iko mikononi mwetu. Kenya, let's do it for the ones we love.
The Dettol range is available on Jumia. Shop safely and conveniently today.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
In Kenya, 1 in 2 children suffer from cavities. Brushing with Pepsodent removes bacteria and repairs tiny holes before they become cavities. because every smile matters.
Mimi ni fundi, naelewa chuma ya nguvu ni gani. Wini tulijuana 2010.
Kitengenezewa mlango na chuma strong, utakuwa ukilala usingizi nono.
Jijenge na Doshi Steel. Chuma ya nguvu.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
Invention from Molfix just for your baby. Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
This is NTV.
Tonight, advancements in the COVID-19 war. EACC hands Kemsa heist files to DPP Nurdin Haji. Details of the COVID-19 millionaires to be made public in 14 days. We begin the countdown even as Kemri counts down to kicking off trials of its own COVID-19 vaccine.
Tushamaliza haya matayarisho mengi na karibuni tutaweza kuanzisha hiyo trial.
Also tonight, the county's shutdown has been shut down.
By latest Monday, we are going to disburse an amount of 60 billion to the counties.
Hatutaki kusikia sasa if means imefungwa, if means imefunguliwa.
But where will the money come from?
Tusidanganyane. The country is broke.
And criticism and skepticism greet the president's 1.9 billion shilling schools furniture project.
Surely it does not make sense mufanye vile imefanyika Kemsa tukiona.
Many schools may not have the classes to put the desk.
The ministry says they have sent money, but the workers of schools are not being paid.
If you used to steal from government, please don't try. Because we will catch you. And if we catch you, nobody is going to laugh with you.
Misplaced priorities, misadvised president, or broken communication. And on Bullseye.
Hustler! Hapo!
Of hustlers and haters.
When you say, oh, we want a nation of hustlers, to me hustlers are thieves.
Ulisikia wapi? Battle of the haves and have-nots.
And the most painful thing is that, Chair, I see respectable leaders of this republic saying that I forged my arrest. Mr. Chair.
The day Malala cried.
Sasa kama ulienda kukula pesa za watu, alafu unakosa kufanya ile kazi uliambiwa, utafanya namna gani? Utaanza kuona watu wakikufuata usiku.
And the new lingo in town. The Waruguru tongue twister.
Whatever is good for goose is good for duck.
When I'm on nights, so restless tissue makes my days worthless. I need to recharge energy. Get a full night's sleep with always ultra. For stacks of tissue and no competition. For its long-lasting protection. Long days, I'm fearless. Here comes the boss lady. Multitasking flawless. My kids will get the best. I'm a boss lady.
Always starts now with 50 shillings.
Stay happy always.
When they flip and roll and start to crawl away, tape diapers can be hard to put on. Then it's time for all-round fit Pampers pants. Easy to pull on even when they're moving around for a great fit and up to 12 hours of dryness. And easy to remove. Just tear the sides, lift away, roll up the pants, and you're all done. Now available in size 6. Pampers, love, sleep, and play.
Dad, all my friends are sick. How did this happen?
It's flu season.
Is it possible for everyone in the world to get sick together?
Never.
The pandemic continues to be on the rise with 195 countries reporting live cases.
2020 showed us to never say never. Ensure your happiness with APA. Should never ever happen.
I'm experienced now, professional.
I done wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail.
This is the game that's going to be remembered as the Lionel Messi match.
Last week, I murdered a rock.
Brilliant Kipchoge. From Mohammed Salah.
Injured a stone. Hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
Ronaldo's done it.
Last night, I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark. Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Oya ni aje, mimi ndo Jonte Fresh. Mimi ndio nimetambulika hii Gikomba yote sekta ya manguo. Jumio transform nguo ordinary za mtush zenye ziuka mna hii harufu ya bail into the freshest igi kosi yote. Siri ni hii Ariel mpya ya pink. Na kushow mtush zinang'ara kung'ara kushinda kamera. So clean, so fresh. Ma customer unaisana na hii story. Ninatumia Ariel touch of down mpya tu.
My name is Tom Gishohe. I'm the Executive Director for the Association of Kenya Insurers. We have changed the mode of delivering our motor insurance certificates from physical to digital. The motor insurance certificate has not changed. What has actually changed is the mode of delivery of the certificate from physical to digital. Now, the moment you receive the digital certificate, the next thing that you need to do is to get it printed using a color printer, cut it along the dotted line, and stick it on your windscreen. In the event that you would like to verify the genuineness of the certificate, what you need to do is to dial *352#. You can also download the Aki app onto your phone and use the app to verify the genuineness of the certificate. If by any chance you happen to sell your motor vehicle, it will be important that you contact your insurance company for cancellation of the certificate that you're holding. Otherwise, the buyer, the new owner of the motor vehicle will not be able to access the insurance and insurance certificate until that process is completed.
To meet the girls. As you know, this is the outfit of the day. We're about to go out and we're going to meet the girls.
Group and margarine. New look, same great taste.
Here we go! It's time to kickstart your smart and give your brain a mega boost with DSTV. There's oodles of mind-blowing channels for kids young all together now. To get your knowledge workout, get connected to DSTV.
Welcome back. Now, I feel just as bad. I'm not going to lie. I feel just as bad, and I'm getting a lot of the messages coming in. Thank you so much. We'll try and read some of them before we say goodbye. Unfortunately, well, fortunately, we don't have as much time because that means we've got bills to pay, which is wonderful for us, but sorry for you as a viewer. Now, as we start off with this story, Uganda's military and security forces are pursuing a group of 210 inmates who escaped in a massive jailbreak and stripped half naked to avoid being identified as prisoners. I guess they will now stop showing action movies during entertainment hours and introduce, I don't know, maybe soaps, because I don't know, but then soaps don't have nice endings in prison either way. But I'm going to start, Cindy, let me start with you. They were half naked, they were 200 of them, that's a huge number.
Well, that's a huge number of naked people in the wilderness. You know, apparently the prison clothes in Nigeria are yellow so that they can be easily spotted. I agree. Dump the clothes, go in the wild, be one with nature, bond with the earth.
Are you giving guys tips?
Gonna spot you guys will just probably think you're a Mogoroki. Very clever thinking. But I'm just thinking, you're minding your own business, you're crossing the road, and then you see 200 naked people crossing the road. What do you do?
Run.
What do you do, Amina?
You run. Are you joking? Even when I see close to 200 people, I still want to be like, what's going on? I want to run.
They say fake it till you make it. So I think this is the first wild beast migration in Uganda. At least unaimagine kuna watu walikuwa mali kwa hiyo wilderness, alafu mnaona watu wanatokea hivyo. Unajua kwanza hawa ni watu kweli?
That's true.
Because wako dead. Look at those snakes that are here. What's wrong?
Why?
Well, there are people with snakes.
You wouldn't think that like they're night runners or something. You wouldn't think.
Ai, watu so mbili uchi.
By the way,
mimi sijui
wewe unajua wewe unaona watu 200. Wewe unajua wewe niulize mimi naona nyoka 200 mimi.
I think there's a way to many
in
people.
certain parts of the country, guys are like, oh yeah, no, that family are going out for a walk because they're night runners. The guys are like, oh yeah, ndio kina nani? By the way, kuna deni yangu. The guys like, sure.
Unajua polisi ukitoroka wanatafutanga hiyo nguo umevaa hapo town. Wanaiangalia. So hii pia ilikuwa tricky sana. Kama wanatafuta watu kila mahali, itakuwa ngumu kuwapata. Jua wanatafuta msi yako uchi. So unapata wapi? Mnangoja niongee tena?
You guys just like, you sound like you have more to say. And then also, because apparently, you know, you've just announced that today's your last day, we just want to give you more time because you always argue that we don't give you more time, especially when it's myself, Cindy, and
You've
Anita.
been giving me time. I mean, I'll miss you people. You've been good. Like, imagine Fridays without you. Like, how will life be? But it's okay. Ni life.
Imagine Friday without you, Butita. Now I'll be the only one who's being roasted for my skin color. You are my dark-skinned buddy.
What are you talking about? I'm always roasted.
Me,
all the time. What?
Me, whenever someone calls me black, I'm happy because I appreciate we still don't have enough creative people to create new things. They are still at black. So at least I see hakuna competition kwa industry ya creatives.
Watu bado wako na the same lame jokes.
Industry bado tumeshikilia.
What's your most memorable, you know, trend? I mean, you've been here 5 years. Let's just go down memory lane. We have only 1 minute left before we say goodbye. So I think it would be fair if we give you a chance to say a few things.
Like every moment here has been memorable to a way that TTT will be memorable as it is. Like the whole of TTT, I can pick a lot of memories. Mpaka zingine sijui gani ndio inashinda gani. Ikifikiria hii nakumbuka kuna siku nyingine tulifanya hivi, ikifikiria hii nafikiria kuna nyingine tulifanya hivi. So TTT as a show will be memorable. And when I write a book, it has a special chapter in it. Yeah.
You
people will feature there. Anita will, you people.
Why? It's okay. Anita will feature there. Anita will feature. Kuna vitu nataka kusema lakini it's okay. So ebu fungulia Anita roho sahi. Hata haimata anymore, but ebu fungue roho.
Bye.
Oh, bye. Okay. You don't want to say anything to Cindy? You've worked with her 5 years. You have nothing to say?
Oh, Cindy.
I know, we were
Cindy, you've been close.
I'm the only one left. I'm thinking, gosh, this is the show who's refused to leave the government job.
Cindy, don't leave.
In the middle of a pandemic. Cindy.
But Tita, let me just say lots of love to you. I love that every time we did the show, you were always so welcoming. I love that you were the only one who used to call me Mama Arthur, Paul, and Thomas. You remembered all my kids' names. You were always just so welcoming. I love that you are always a phone call away. You're just a fantastic human being. It breaks my heart. But I know good things are coming for you. And all the best to you and Mamito.
Mamito leaving the trend.
Anyway, congratulations to Mamito. Maybe we should get Mamito now that, you know, because of HR policies, she can come when you leave.
Wish her birthday.
But anyway,
wish her birthday on air.
Unfortunately, we're out of time. I could have read very many messages that people have sent, Butita. I feel really, really bad. You know, when I joined the trend, so many people were very offensive in a lot of the things that they said, and you're one of the nice guys, you and Cindy and Anita, and I will always appreciate that. I mean, tunapigiananga simu kila sana, so it's okay. I also understand it's Mamito's birthday, which is why you have to leave right now, which is okay. We also understand. Happy birthday, Mamito. Butita, I actually genuinely feel bad. Let's just end the show. I actually feel bad. I really do. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Amina Abdullah, Cindy and Butita. Can't believe I'm saying Butita for the last time. But catch you at 10 p.m. Goodbye, Butita.
Say my name.
All the best. I'm trying to...
So Sky Girls KE is back on Tin Republic this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Make sure to join us on NTV. We have a fantastic show lined up for you, and we also have the winner of the True to Me cover challenge joining us this Saturday, so you cannot miss out. Hopefully they're gonna have a duet with Karun, so make sure to stick around and make sure to join us. Dope conversations, dope music, and of course you're hanging out with the great dynamic trio, DJ Bash, myself, and Martin Kimaki.
Tell everybody to tell everybody. See you on Saturday. God bless.
Unstoppable, yeah, be ready to roll, yeah.
Teen Republic in association with Sky Girls Kenya.
You can be a Sky Girl too. Just go to skygirlske.com and take the pledge. Follow up on Instagram and Facebook at skygirlske.
Mavuno Fertilizers, a soil and crop specific fertilizer in Kenya, helps improve food security by improving crop yields through application of scientifically researched nutrition-based fertilizers. More than 500,000 farmers in Kenya can have easy access at affordable packs of 1 kg to 50 kg across major agro-dealers. Farmers who have used Mavuno Fertilizers have realized 30% more yield. Please feed your crop and soil with the best fertilizers for future prosperity. Call us today and learn how Mavuno Fertilizers is helping in increasing food production in Africa.
Je, maumivu ya kichwa na kukosesha amani? Kaluma Strong hutuliza maumivu ya kichwa, maumivu ya mwili na hata huondoa joto jingi mwilini. Kaluma Strong ina aspirin kama kiungo. Maumivu yakizidi, muone daktari.
Breastfeed your baby exclusively for the first 6 months of life. It helps them grow healthy and strong and protects them from infections and illnesses. Mothers with suspected or confirmed COVID-19 should be encouraged to initiate or continue to breastfeed while adhering to COVID-19 infection prevention and control measures to avert contact transmission of the virus to their infants and young children. Breast milk remains the best food and improves the baby's immunity. Breastfeeding is a foundation for a child's future health. Mothers who breastfeed reduce their risk of developing breast and ovarian cancers.
Devki Steel Mills have provided quality building material with the widest range of associated steel products over the last 3 decades. Look for the Devki mark on a wider selling reinforcement, twisted and TMT rebars, which are KBS certified and have the diamond mark of quality. Devki Steel, Kenya's most trusted steel company.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more, like serving up your best, eating together and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted and always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola, taste the simple joys.
The super efficient Jiko Core requires half the charcoal of other Jikos, so you use less fuel and receive immediate savings. Enjoy our special offer now and save 1,000 Kenya shillings with every purchase. Jiko Core, Kenya's #1 saving Jiko.
This is NTV.
Would you look at that? We're already midway past the 9th month, but we're just at the top of our 9 o'clock news update. This is NTV Weekend Edition. Ahead.
Tonight, advancements in the COVID-19 war. EACC hands KEMSA heist files to DPP Nurdin Haji. Details of the COVID-19 millionaires to be made public in 14 days. We begin the countdown even as KEMRI counts down to kicking off trials of its own COVID-19 vaccine.
Tushamaliza haya matayarisho mengi na karibuni tutaweza kuanzisha hiyo trial.
Also tonight, the county's shutdown has been shut down.
By latest Monday, we are going to disburse an amount of 60 billion to the counties.
Hatutaki kusikia sasa ni IFMIS imefungwa, IFMIS imefunguliwa.
But where will the money come from?
Tusidanganyane. The country is broke.
And criticism and skepticism greet the president's 1.9 billion shilling schools furniture project.
Surely it does not make sense mufanye vile imefanyika KEMSA tukiona.
Many schools may not have the classes to put the desk.
The ministry says they have sent money, but the workers of schools are not being paid.
If you used to steal from government, please don't try. Because we will catch you. And if we catch you, nobody is going to laugh with you.
Misplaced priorities, misadvised president, or broken communication. And on Bullseye.
Hustler! Hapo!
Of hustlers and haters.
When you say, oh, we want a nation of hustlers. To me, hustlers are thieves.
Ulisikia wapi?
Battle of the haves and have-nots.
And the most painful thing, Mr. Chair, I see respectable leaders of this republic saying that I forged my arrests, Mr. Chair.
The day Malala cried.
Sasa kama ulienda kukula pesa za watu, alafu unakosa kufanya ile kazi uliambiwa, utafanya namna gani? Utaanza kuona watu wakikufuata usiku.
And the new lingo in town. The Waruguru tongue twister.
Whatever is good for goose is good for duck.
This is Weekend Edition with Mark Masai.
Ulisikia wapi, and Bullseye will be coming up in a bit. But if it's the facts, you heard it right here on NTV Weekend Edition. To our top story, and Flora Tieno is my co-presenter in sign language tonight. The Director of Public Prosecution has formed an independent team of prosecutors to look into the files on the irregular procurement and payment of COVID-19 medical supplies at the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority. Subsequently, the Office of the DPP says it will make public the findings in a fortnight. Here's NTV's Seth Olale with the latest update on the KEMSA heist.
A day after the expiry of the 21-day presidential directive for investigating agencies to present a preliminary report on the KEMSA procurement scandal, the Director of Public Prosecution, Nurdin Haji, has confirmed receiving from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission investigative files on the irregular procurement and fraudulent payments in relation to the purchase and supply of COVID-19 emergency commodities at the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, KEMSA. The office of the DPP has also confirmed the official figure under investigation being 7.8 billion shillings arising from the irregular expenditure of medical supplies. A team of senior prosecutors has now been set up by the DPP to undertake independent and comprehensive review of the inquiry file and present the findings in 2 weeks, when the ODPP will inform the public on the next course of action. EACC, which investigated the KEMSA heist from May, grilled KEMSA board members including Chairman Kembi Gitura and suspended Chief Executive Officer Jonah Manjari. Other persons of interest include suspended KEMSA Commercial Director Eliud Muridhi and Head of Procurement at KEMSA Charles Juma, who also stepped aside to allow EACC undertake investigations. EACC has largely relied on the Auditor General's report, with the Ministry of Health undertaking an independent internal audit on the alleged irregular procurement at KEMSA, as directed by President Uhuru Kenyatta during the launch of the Virtual Governors Conference a fortnight ago. Seth Olale, NTV.
Meanwhile, Treasury Cabinet Secretary Kuria Tani says counties will have money hitting their accounts on Monday, pointing to relief for the county staff and residents who have been affected by the cash crunch and shutdowns. The Council of Governors, in response to the unlocked impasse at the Senate, has called off the shutdown and urged the devolved units to resume functions immediately. Nuru Abdulaziz reports that the situation is not yet quite out of the woods.
Shutdown in the counties has been shut down.
After consultation, we have now lifted the close down that we had.
And with that, the counties have been directed to resume operations, much as not as many had downed their tools as directed.
Walikuwa wanasema kaunti tatu peke yake ndio imefunga maofisi. Silikuwa more than 3/4.
While this is an easily contestable statistic, the question is when will the money hit the county's accounts and thereby address the gaps that the non-payment had left.
I want to assure Kenyans that by latest Monday, we are going to disburse an amount of 60 billion to the counties, which is here for 2 months.
National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Kuria Tani said the money to be disbursed on Monday is part of the 316.5 billion shillings revenue allocation to counties for the 2020-2021 financial year. The journey to this point has been a difficult one, with a long stalemate at the Senate, which was unlocked on Thursday, a situation that left many in limbo.
On the part of the National Treasury, it's been very agonizing moments for us. In absence of any law, any appropriate law that gives us powers to disburse funds to the county, then our hands were totally tied.
For the pledges to be fulfilled, one key question comes to the fore: where will the money come from?
These promises that may be made, people must be very careful, because the country is broke. Tusidanganyane.
However, health workers' unions Thursday told their unpaid members to keep off work until they are paid. This has affected services in some counties. In Embu County, services at Embu Level 5 mortuary have been suspended.
Kuna mwili tulikuwa tunakujia hapa Embu. Tumekaa sana kwa muda. Kutoka asubuhi tumetoka kwetu nyumbani pale.
Basically we have closed all the non-essential services.
Despite the relief on the legislature part, for some the pain persists. Nuru Abdulaziz, NTV.
The government has launched a 1.9 billion shilling furniture project to prepare schools for reopening, most likely in January 2021. With the full support of the president, the project that will see over 650,000 desks distributed to schools across the country has been fronted as an effort to help in physical distancing in class while providing employment opportunities for the youth. Charity Mwangi tries to see how the desks will fit in class and how this sits with some of the stakeholders.
With the imminent reopening of schools, there are frantic efforts by the government and other education stakeholders to be ready. To adhere to the COVID-19 guidelines in schools will prove a tough test for the learning institutions. There are many things to consider and prioritize. President Uhuru Kenyatta on Thursday announced the making of 650,000 desks to be locally assembled and distributed in the country. This is part of the school's furniture project that is going to cost 1.9 billion shillings. This government initiative is aimed at helping realize social distancing in the learning institutions.
We made the prototype. It was priced. The one for secondary school is 3,800 against the usual market price of 7,000 to 12,000. You know where the other money used to go. Then the one for primary school is 2,500.
What do some of the parents feel about this?
Je, mumetembea katika shule zote za Kenya. Mkaona shida tu ni madawati.
Many schools may not have the classes to put the desk.
Hauwezi kukimbilia kununua kiti na haujajua huyu mtoto atalala namna gani hasa shule za kulala.
It is important to consider, even if it means temporary makeshift more classrooms, because it's necessary.
Besides the furniture, schools will also require temperature guns and protective gear. What should be prioritized?
And I think we need to do some kind of thorough assessment, needs assessment, so that we deal with a school case by case.
Hatuko ready kurudisha watoto shuleni sababu kama sisi kama wazazi kwanza hatuna pesa.
The Ministry of Education is inspecting the readiness of schools to reopen while school heads rack their brains. As the school's furniture project is rolled out, there are concerns as to how the 1.9 billion shillings will be utilized.
And the concept was very simple. You don't want one big company to make the desks and then take the money to the bank, right, to earn interest there. We want this money to be spent by our children. And this one, if you used to steal from government, please don't try. Because we will catch you. And if we catch you, nobody is going to laugh with you.
This time, maybe, just maybe, things will be different. Charity Mwangi, NTV.
To today's update of the COVID-19 situation now, 148 people tested positive for the virus out of a sample size of 2,438. This raises the country's caseload to 36,724. 98 people recovered, raising the number of those discharged to over 23,700. 4 people have succumbed to the virus, increasing the death toll to 646. In terms of the county distribution, those with the highest new infections are Mombasa with 40 new patients, Nairobi 32, Laikipia 15, Kiambu 11, and both Embu and Nakuru having 7 new cases. Some hopeful news here. The Kenya Medical Research Institute says it is just about ready to begin COVID-19 vaccine trials in the country. According to KEMRI Director General Kombeeri, the vaccine will be administered to 40 volunteers who will help researchers discover its reaction. The researchers are also monitoring the safety of this particular vaccine and its ability, to generate protection against the virus in Kenya. NTV's coast reporter Kevin Mutai has that report.
The journey of 1,000 miles indeed begins with a single step, a true reflection of the work done by researchers at the Kenya Medical Research Institute, KEMRI Wellcome Trust in Kilifi County. Researchers at KEMRI says that Charox 1 coronavirus vaccine is currently under phase 3 and will soon be ready for human trials in the country. The vaccine has been approved by KEMRI's Scientific Ethics Review Committee, the Pharmacy and Poisons Board, the National Commission for Science, Technology and Innovation, NACOSTI, and is currently awaiting for a nod from the Ministry of Health for trials to begin.
Ni wiki kadhaa tu, hatutakaa sana kabla hii trial, manake tushamaliza haya matayarisho mengi na karibuni tutaweza kuanzisha hiyo trial hapa nchini. Na tujue kuwa hiyo trial haitakuwa ya kila mtu. Si hatutaenda kwa kila mtu, ni wale tunaita volunteers, wale ambao wamejitolea, wachache kwanza. Alafu tuangalie vile ambavyo watarespond kwa hii trial, alafu baadaye tuongeze.
The trials will be conducted at Kemri Center in partnership with the University of Oxford in United Kingdom. The vaccine was developed from a modification conducted on adenovirus, which causes mild flu symptoms amongst the chimpanzees. The researchers extracted a component of the genetic material from a COVID-19 virus and inserted into the genetic material of the adenovirus. The specific component stimulates the human body immune system. According to Kemri, a similar approach was used to make Ebola vaccine that controlled the epidemic in West Africa. 40 volunteers in the country will be considered during first trials.
Wale ambao watahusishwa katika hii trial hawatadhuriwa maisha yao. Kwa hivyo huo ndio mpangilio ama matayarisho ambayo tumekuwa nayo.
Kemri maintains that if the vaccine works, then the institution will follow the guidelines and protocols of manufacturing it as stipulated by the World Health Organization. Kevin Mutai, NTV in Mombasa.
We hope Kenya's shot at a vaccine will hit the target. And on that point, with 12 minutes past the hour, we take our first break here on the NTV Weekend Edition. Much more ahead. Stay with me.
Get fresh, gotta get fresh.
Down is a boom boom pow, down is boom boom pow. Smells fire na uchafuzi na zidi na improve downy. Protect nguo zangu na dukia niko safi. Lazima niwe fresh na down is boom boom pow. Boom boom pow, down is new boom boom pow. Smells zote na zi boom boom pow. Powerful freshness, down is boom boom pow.
Shushu, wamesema hakuna harusi.
Kwa nini? Hapana, haiwezekani. Harusi lazima itaendelea. Nani anasababisha harusi? Kofi. Sababu ya kofi. Nasema Safaricom iko na 500 MB free kila siku. Sasa tunaweza kustream hii wedo.
Hi, Shosho.
You make kiss the brides.
Get 500 MB free kila siku and never miss a moment. Dial *544# to activate your offer. Browse bila was on Kenya's best network.
Devki Steel Mills have provided quality building material with the widest range of associated steel products over the last 3 decades. Look for the Devki mark on a widest selling reinforcement, twisted and TMT rebars, which are KBS certified and have the diamond mark of quality. Devki Steel, Kenya's most trusted steel company.
So vile nasema, wacha nikubatie statistics. Niko na gamia 1,500. Tunakuwa drapo gamia na kuwa 6,000. 2,000 natengeneza leather, natengeneza viatu, wallet, kibeti, nauza hapa, na batia wewe 50%. Wacha niweke credit nikupigie.
Namna gani wewe? Hii mambo ya kuishiwa na credit kila saa? Come on. Nunua hiyo simu ya Vodafone. Calling fiber to fiber is 0 shillings per minute. And it is not expensive. Only 2,999 Kenya shillings.
Alo hali wa. Hata fadhali hiyo credit ikae ninunue simu basi.
Faibika leo na Vodafone for only 2,999 Kenya shillings. It will always be free to call fiber to fiber.
Sona moja imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli ili kupambana na maumivu kwa haraka. Sona moja ina aspirin kama kiungo. Sona moja, kitulizo kamili. Maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.
For a better tomorrow, don't forget to do the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate every night.
Disinfect and protect your home with Jik. Jik kills 99.9% of illness-causing germs. Disinfect floors, kitchen and bathroom surfaces, and wash white clothes, towels, and dishcloths with Jik bleach. Just Jik it.
Mavuno Fertilizers, a soil and crop-specific fertilizer in Kenya, helps improve food security by improving crop yields through application of scientifically researched, nutrition-based fertilizers. More than 500,000 farmers in Kenya can have easy access at affordable packs of 1 kg to 50 kg across major agro-dealers. Farmers who have used Mavuno Fertilizers have realized 30% more yield. Please feed your crop and soil with the best fertilizers for future prosperity. Call us today and learn how Mavuno Fertilizers is helping in increasing food production in Africa.
I started using drugs when I was 24 years old.
I was 5 years old.
This lady told me, have a puff of this and you will sleep like a baby. And for sure I slept like a baby.
The conversation is about addiction and overcoming it.
I had stolen from almost everybody, and I think it got to that point, everybody was tired of me.
For anybody going to rehab, they have to be very courageous. And this is where I first see this young lady.
You can get to the other side. There is hope, and there is a better future if you're in that position at home.
Welcome to Garden of Joy in Machakos by Optiven. This is a gated community that is strategically located only 7 minutes drive from Komata. The title deeds are ready. Call us today on 0790 300 300.
Welcome back. He was a constant figure at the daily COVID-19 updates, but at a point he was nowhere to be seen. After hushed guesses, he declared that he was COVID-19 positive and was undergoing treatment. Colonel Cyrus Oguna, the government spokesperson, left many guessing about his state of health, but he has come out and spoken of his experience, one which he says has him giving thanks. Helen Aura shares that story.
Weeks after government spokesman retired Colonel Cyrus Oguna was admitted at a Nairobi hospital for COVID-19 treatment, he took to the official government spokesman Twitter handle to share his near-death experience. He says that about 2 weeks prior to his hospitalization, he was feeling a bit under the weather, navigating a minefield of symptoms such as suppressed appetite, manageable low-grade fever, muscle aches on his thighs and back, burning sensation on either side of his lower ribs, and mild headaches. He thought this was a result of fatigue and the cold July weather, so he self-medicated in trying to suppress the pain. He says he soldiered on with his duties, then decided to seek another opinion. He points out that despite experiencing the symptoms, he was neither coughing nor sneezing and had recently tested negative for COVID-19 for the 3rd time. 2 days after the thorough checkup, he tested positive, and so the contact tracing began. He was admitted in hospital and was confident that he would not stay there for no more than 14 days. But he tweeted that, and I quote, "I was wrong. The storm struck that very same night. I suddenly woke up in excruciating pain in my chest. Breathing was extremely difficult, and any effort to do so felt like a bayonet was being driven through my chest. I was literally gasping for air. I was later informed that my lung function had been severely compromised due to acute pneumonia, and that without oxygen, chances of survival would be remote." He says he was heavily dependent on oxygen support and very weak. The experience made him appreciate life and wellness more as it took a toll on him holistically. He continues, "Days are long and nights are even longer and quiet. The quiet only interrupted by the endless bleeping of life support machines. Any human interaction is limited to the healthcare workers donned in full PPEs, which cover even their faces." But the sun began to shine his way as he tweeted that after weeks of heavy medication, he started to improve, and the process of weaning off the machine started. Further, he points to the strength of a woman, adding to his own, as the hospital administration was kind enough to permit his wife to visit him every day, which was a rare privilege. He says that even when she visited, a glass window separated them, and there wasn't much discussion because he could hardly finish a sentence. Nevertheless, he always looked forward to her visiting. 28 days in, and he was discharged after testing negative. He continues to recover from home, expressing gratitude to God and to all who stood with him. Helen Aura, NTV.
Well, Colonel, we definitely wish full recovery to you and everyone else who's facing treatment for the COVID-19 virus. To other developments, actually analysis of developments over the weeks. The legality of President Uhuru Kenyatta's decision to move the Kenya Meat Commission from the Ministry of Agriculture to the Ministry of Defense is in, to say the least, contest. And so is the procedure of the swearing in of Major General Abdallah Badi into cabinet. But are his decisions morally defensible? Olive Burrows asks just that.
Mwanajeshi wetu huyu sasa ataweza kuonyesha ustadi wake kwenye sahani zetu. Anayejulikana kama beef missile.
It was a move that initially drew a lot of derision. President Uhuru Kenyatta's decision to move the Kenya Meat Commission from the purview of the Agriculture Ministry to the Defense Ministry, providing fodder to those who perhaps thought the president couldn't possibly be serious. But the president isn't laughing, increasingly deploying the defense forces to positions of leadership in his government.
Which act of parliament allowed for KDF to be able now to carry out business with civilians?
The legality of swearing in Nairobi Metropolitan Services Director General Major General Abdallah Badi into cabinet's ranks has also been challenged in court by the Kandara Member of Parliament Alice Wahome. But President Uhuru Kenyatta has made no secret of what he makes of drawn-out litigation.
The problem is we have fairly elaborate structures protecting civil servants in this country. So firing some people is a very long process. And you see the time left on his term is very small, and you really would like to do something before he leaves.
Hence the recruitment from the mission-oriented disciplined forces in the hope of securing his legacy.
If you look around the world, you see that the countries which are moved fairly fast are actually the countries which have used the military in industry. If there is 200 animals to be slaughtered today by 10, 200 animals will be slaughtered by 10.
Efficiency appearing to be foremost in the president's mind.
You are given a change of a mission, the first sign of failure, you are done.
But can they be trusted to stay above the corruption that deadweights efficient service delivery? The KDF having been accused of turning into charcoal tenderpreneurs in Somalia and even looting as Kenyans reeled from the Westgate terror attack.
If the military can resist the temptation to join us in corrupt practices, then they will deliver. But if they don't resist that temptation, now you will be in trouble.
Decades of nepotism and cronyism, leaving the president with only a few good men to save the day.
Too much reliance on political loyalty as opposed to patriotism.
Olive Burrows, NTV.
On the 4th of September 2020, two men in their early 40s left Kisumu County for a funeral in Homa Bay. Tobias Owino and Enoch Ogot, who were heading to Mbita, neither got to their destination nor did they return home. Okokusa followed the trail and spoke to the distraught families who are clutching on hope that their kin would return safe and sound, having been missing for more than 2 weeks.
Enoch and Tobias' relatives say the two left home here in Molem at around midday in Tobias' saloon car.
Sasa hiyo Friday aliniambia wanaspend huko. Sasa hiyo Friday walilala huko, but around 5 nilijaribu kumpigia simu. Kuna wageni walikuwa wanataka kuongea na yeye, but the phones, all the lines were off.
And in the days that followed, the situation was the same, prompting Milka Udhiambu, Enoch's wife, to cast her net wider.
Aliniambia wenye wataenda nayo kwa hiyo matanga, so I decided to call them. And then there are the people who told me mwalimu hakufika hiyo matanga.
At this point, Milka and her husband's relatives decided to pay Tobias's family a visit.
Akakuja hapa akauliza ati wakina Owino wapatikani. Huku wamepiga simu wamepata kufika, huku pia wako ati wako wapi. Sasa sisi ndio tulishindwa tukasema hata sisi hatujui wako wapi. Sasa ndio tukachukua hatua kuanza kuwatafuta.
That search took them to police stations and even hospital mortuaries to no avail.
We have walked to Kondele Police Station, Central, the CID, DCIO. There is no positive answer up to date.
Now, this is the car that Enoch and Tobias are said to have been driving on the day they went missing. Police found it abandoned at a place known as Sigowet in the county of Kericho. Detectives have combed through the car in search of clues that may help to unravel the disappearance of the duo without success.
The community is coming out hungry because of the movement and the slow pace of action the police is taking. From Friday to date, I can even ask our people, it is 2 weeks.
But detectives handling the investigation disclosed to NTV that they are following crucial leads that will soon bring the case to a conclusive end. A few days after the two men who were also relatives went missing, a gang of irate motorbike riders attacked Tobias' family on suspicion that their son was involved in Enoch's disappearance.
Sasa wanasema juu Tobias Owino ndiye alimpeleka na gari, atiende anajua penye Enoch yuko. Lakini kusema ukweli, hatujui, hatujampata, hatujamuona, hatujui popote pale awapo. Na walitoka wawili, wamepotea wawili.
Enoch, 43, is a teacher at Kawili Primary School in Nyakach, while Tobias, 41, is a taxi operator in Kisumu. The family's agony persists. Ouko Kusa, NTV.
Well, we hope they're found safe and sound. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, says conducting a referendum will cost not less than 10 billion shillings, even as the commission continues to be dogged with inadequate resources to fund most of its mandate. This emerged in a meeting with political stakeholders held by the Center of Multi-Party Democracy, where party coalitions were identified as a great danger to individual party advancement. Vincent Oduor has more.
The need to advance the role of parliament and strengthening of electoral systems to safeguard multi-party democracy in Kenya is more urgent than ever. This was emphasized at a meeting for different political players. The referee, that is Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, lamented the lack of resources to conduct some of its activities, like voter civic education, and failure by the executive to implement its proposed solutions to the challenges from the 2017 elections. Their situation has been compounded by the current clamor for a referendum, which has been touted as an affordable venture.
A referendum does not need to cost more than 2 billion Kenyan shillings. So you should not be told, oh, we have no money. There's no money to do it. No, there's money to do it, and we can teach Mr. Chebukati, if he's going to be able to do it, how to do it. We are going to show them how to do it.
However, the IEBC says a referendum will not come cheap.
Cost of referendum. I may not be able to give you a specific cost, but going by the repeat election, referendum will not cost less than 10 billion. I can tell you for a fact, and I heard people saying it cannot be that expensive. Let me tell you. You hire, on election day, you hire not less than 50,000 vehicles. It will cost us close to 2 billion.
Despite Kenya having 71 fully registered political parties, only a handful come to mind today.
When we are talking about multipartyism in Kenya, we must give it a qualified understanding. It is a multipartyism of two parties.
Much as party coalitions are fronted as solutions to quell political upheavals in Kenya, they have been termed as a deterrent to political party advancement.
They weaken the ideological basis of political parties. It's just individual competing and negotiating. They compromise individual party platforms. Nobody hears party platforms of the individual parties.
To be politically correct, the ideal for multi-party democracy in Kenya is just that, an ideal. Vincent Oduor, NTV.
Kapsaret MP Oscar Sudi should be a happy man this evening as he was released on a cash bill of 500,000 shillings or a bond of 1,000,000 shillings. The court has, however, barred the legislator from addressing public rallies before the investigations into the case are complete. The MP had been arrested on Sunday and presented to court on Monday, where Chief Magistrate Josephat Carlo allowed the prosecution to detain him for 7 more days to allow investigations. This ruling has been overturned today by Justice Joel Ngoge, who agreed to release Sudi on bail following an appeal filed at the Nakuru High Court. The prosecution has preferred 5 charges against Sudi, including hate speech, resisting arrest, assaulting a police officer, being in possession of an illegal firearm, and offensive conduct. The case will be mentioned on the 23rd of September.
Nimekuwa mwana Kenya mwenye kufuata sheria. Wakisema left ninaenda left, na leo ninashukuru sana kwa sababu imefika mwisho. Hapa nimepata experience mingi sana, na nilifika kule ndani nikapata Wakenya wengi wenye wameshindwa kulipa bail ya 3,000 5,000, na kwa sababu ya uwezo wangu kidogo mimi nashukuru Mungu, na hata kuna mwenye alinieleza kule ndani ya kwamba mheshimiwa, ni mzuri ulikuja hapa ili sisi wengine tupate kwenda nyumbani. Nimetoa watu zaidi ya 51, na hiyo ni furaha yangu sana. Nilikufika hapa na nikaanza kuendelea na uongozi, nikafungua constituency nyingine mpya ya Kapsaret hapa.
For anyone who was hoping that he was going to use state power to intimidate any leader or any citizen of this country from standing firm on issues that affect this nation, we are uncowed, we are unbowed, we are going to continue speaking on the issues that are affecting our nation because we were elected as leaders to do so. So don't think that you will scare us, don't think that you will intimidate us, don't think that you are going to make us weaker. I can tell you without fear of contradiction that we have become even more stronger because of this process that our brother has gone through.
Well, we'll be getting into the business news. Dan Mwangi is handling that agenda after the break.
Do your gums hurt? Yeah. Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile? All that in one toothpaste? Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums. Ah, Colgate Herbal. Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
We all are looking for products to protect ourselves from viruses, but not all products protect us. Did you know that using Dettol soap and water protects against viruses? Many viruses are surrounded by an envelope with receptors that enable them to enter a human cell and cause infection. Dettol soap destroys the outer layer of the virus and effectively removes it. Protect your family from the spread of viruses with Dettol. Dettol cleans and is now tested and proven to be effective against COVID-19 virus. This has been Medivax for Dettol.
The Dettol range is available on Jumia. Shop safely and conveniently today.
Ah, Helen Paul.
Hello, madam. Would you like to join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question for you. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I've been using it for years.
Oh, madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes. To disinfect your toilet properly, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains removal. Harpic's thick formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleaning compared to regular detergents and bleach.
Wow, now I'm convinced, Helen Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that she's part of the mission, the next house is yours.
Beat sensitivity pain fast with Sensodyne Rapid Action for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
For more than 10 years now, One Acre Fund has worked with farmers across Kenya to give them access to quality seeds, fertilizer, and farming inputs through affordable financing options. To find out how you too can join the 1 Acre Fund program, dial *689#. 1 Acre Fund. Mkulima Kwanza.
As teachers, we have an obligation. We have to make sure that there is a safety of the students, particularly when you are looking for a bus. That is why I think the type of method that must be used should critically be thought about.
We are cautious about the quality of the work. That is why we are using the high tensile steel from Doshi. High tensile steel makes sure that we have a good strength in the bus.
Anytime the students go out with this bus, they are safe. That is where the real happiness is.
Jijenge na Doshi Steel. Chuma ya nguvu.
Good evening and welcome to NTV Business. I'm Dan Mwangi. Now, Tuskys has received $500 million as the first tranche of a $2 billion credit line from Mauritius-based investor. Now, the retail chain has used 321 million shillings to settle the first tranche of old debt. Tuskys has also settled August arrears for suppliers on the online custodial trading platform. Last month, the retailer revealed that it has a 6.2 billion shilling debt mountain and committed to pay 40% or 2.5 billion shillings within 2 years. Tuskys is in the race to win back the confidence of customers in the brand, even as it staves off demands for rent at some of its premises, coupled with staff complaints of salary delays. The heavy traffic jam at Bellevue along the Nairobi-Mombasa highway will ease within a fortnight if Kenya Power keeps its word on completing the underground cabling process in the next 1 week. Alex Mwangi reports on the changes taking place along the highway as the Nairobi Expressway project begins to take shape.
Preparations for the construction of the 62 billion shilling Nairobi Expressway project are underway. Kenya Power is among the utilities that has to redirect its infrastructure along the stretch that runs from Lolongo on the Mombasa-Nairobi Highway up to the James Gishuru Junction on the Nairobi-Nakuru Highway. The deadline for that is a month and a half away in November.
There are other areas that we have to dig to put underground cables to have our customers served by those cables.
Kenya Power is currently working to remove its cables along the entire 27.1 kilometer stretch.
By today, we've done 15 kilometers, left with only 12.
At Bellevue along Mombasa Road, Kenya Power has had to seal off a section of the road, leading to massive traffic jams. This is the reason why.
Currently where we are standing, actually this is our 66 kV cable. Yeah, that takes power, evacuates power all the way from Nairobi Mombasa Road substation to Nairobi West. And because the section where we are standing is a section where the road will be now taking off from the ground level, so the clearance then between the road and the line might be compromised. That is why we want to have it underground.
The expressway or double-decker road will provide paying customers a faster ride through the section of the Trans-African Highway that traverses the heart of the capital city. If all goes according to plan, motorists will experience a return to normal at Bellevue sooner rather than later.
This one, in the next 1 week, we shall be done with this work of undergrounding.
The actual construction of the expressway itself is also likely to cause gridlocks, but only for a season. Alex Mwangi, NTV.
I can hear some residents of Mombasa Road, and it's, you know, the houses rather that are along their way just complaining and crying and saying it's going to be a long journey. With all pan or none, it's still going to be a long one. The Central Bank of Kenya has licensed the Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company, KMRC, making it the first mortgage refinance company in the country. KMRC was incorporated in April 2018 under the Companies Act of 2015 as a public limited company. It seeks to provide long-term financing for mortgage lenders in order to expand the scope of mortgages among Kenyans. Even though Kenya has experienced decent growth when compared to other emerging economies in recent years, the growth in the number of mortgages has failed to impress, with numbers in the country steadily holding between 20,000 and 30,000. Over 3,000 small-scale gold miners in Lolgorian in Transmara, the county of Narok, are appealing for help from the county government to provide them with subsidized protective mining gear.
The miners' curiosity can clearly be seen as this shaker machine has brought a glimpse of hope among them. The machine, donated by an American well-wisher, will be used to extract the gold in place of mercury, which has continued to pose a health hazard among the miners for decades. Hales, who has been teaching the miners on value addition models to their commodity, said the miners needed self-sustaining solutions like the use of new technology to increase efficiency of gold mining in the area.
Saa hii tunatumia mercury kutrack gold yetu, lakini mercury hatuna vifaa kama PPE, hatuna gloves, hatuna gumboots, hatuna masks, vitu kama hizo, kwa sababu hata mahali tunaweza nunua hizo vitu hakuna.
I did a fundraiser and got enough money for a shaker table, and I brought it here along with a jaw crusher. So what I'm doing here is just introducing some new technology and actually talking about safety issues.
For Catherine Giga, this has been the only source of livelihood she has known, which is now posing as a challenge. She has been extracting gold at the mines for the last 20 years and now wants a better model which will benefit widows working at the mines.
Tunaumia. Angalia wamama vile wanakanyaga chini, angalia vile wanaangalika na magunia. Hii ni shida kubwa sana. Na hii kazi kwa kweli inatunza watoto, ndio tunatunzia watoto, ndio tunasomesea watoto. Lakini hatujui bahali korodi iko, tunaenda tunalima tu samba. Kama tungekuwa na kitu ya kutupimia inatuambia korodi iko hapa, tungekuwa tunafaulu. Lakini tunalima samba tu, mpaka unakuja kuangukia bahati nzuri.
Niko na vijana, niko na wazee, lakini hatuna capital ya kuendelea na hii kazi.
The miners want both the county and national government to equip them better. Helen Aura, NTV.
You have to do it with your gloves, son.
Well, I'm not saying that they're gold diggers, but they really are, and they're proud of their work. Business is done. The work week for us is done on the business desk, and so am I. Good night.
We have an obligation to make sure that there is safety of the students when we are looking for a bus.
That is why we are using the high tensile steel from Doshi.
Jijenge na Doshi Steel, chuma ya nguvu.
Come over. Wacha nikupikie Chef Ramsey. Yes.
Rena vegetable oil stays liquid to the last drop, so it's smooth cooking from start to finish. Now with an easy-to-pour cap. Mapishi poa, madishi poa.
Hello? Dude, United on fire. United? Rashford is unstoppable. Tell me you have DSTV, Eddie. Do you know that I get more than 20 live matches on any given week from the best leagues in the world? La Liga, Serie A, the Champions League, the Premier League. Oh, what about that? Do you have Premier League? No, we don't have that. Eddie, if you're going to spend your money, spend it on the best football in the world.
Dial *423# to buy a DSTV HD decoder for only 1,999 shillings.
Beat sensitivity pain fast with Sensodyne Rapid Action for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
Karatina University wishes to announce to all new and continuing students that lectures of the first semester of the 2020-2021 academic year are ongoing. New students university joining instructions and details on creation of e-learning account for all students are on the university website. Payment of requisite fees is a requirement. For more information, visit our website on www.karu.ac.ke or contact us on the details on your screen. Karatina University, inspiring innovation and leadership.
Time for Bullseye. A new series, The Haves and Have-Nots, is playing out on the Kenyan political scene in the name of connecting with the people. The competition is already claiming victims, and amid the tears, some are rewriting the English language. And as Emmanuel Juma reports on Bullseye, it's all about the players and prayers.
Mr. Chair, I carry a heavy heart with me.
Mama la 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 la, and it will be written, Malala wept, and that is not a small matter.
Ndio unasikia Senator Malala anazunguka dunia hii akisema kuna watu wanamfuata. Hakuna watu wanakufuata, ni ile maovu ambayo umefanya ya kuchukua pesa hapa na pale, hiyo ndio inakufuata.
Clearly the little sweet one sees it as a small matter.
And the most painful thing, Mr. Chair, I see respectable leaders of this republic saying that I forged my arrest, Mr. Chair.
Wengine wanapatiwa microphone wanaanza kulia. Nafuatwa. Sasa kama ulienda kukula pesa za watu, alafu unakosa kufanya ile kazi uliambiwa, utafanya namna gani? Si utaanza kuona watu wakikufuata usiku.
Okay, gentlemen, fact is Malala wept, but there is something else.
Vile tulifika kule Kajiado, kuna kitu tulipewa tukakunywa. Sasa sijui kama tulichanganyikiwa kidogo ama nini, lakini hiyo tutasema.
Now, Francis, we know such liquids are available at Ildemat. Did Malala partake of the same?
Maybe in the church where he was saying he was drunk, but here he was not drunk.
Clearly we need prayers. And on that front, the son of Samuel is leading by example. You should try it sometime, Agwambo.
Even going to the church, that is pretending.
Nikienda kanisani, wanalalamika. Sasa, my friends, kwani nyinyi hamuna kazi ingine ya kufanya?
And there is a new look, Muda. Changes, huh? And depending on where you are, language too can change.
Tamborokia kogoroguru teduto.
Son of Musa.
Numoy.
Now that is communication meant to get to the heart.
He cannot stand during day broad light to communicate. He cannot stand during day broad light to communicate.
That too is communication. Now, there is a new battlefront.
Asla! Hapo! Why should you encourage ones to be a hustler? Huh? This issue of hustling is for stupid people.
Watu wawache madharau. Hawa ambao mnawadharau hawa makanga, hawa wa bodaboda, yule wa kiosk, ndio tutaunda nao serikali 2022.
So when you say, oh, we want a nation of hustlers, to me hustlers are thieves.
Hawa ambao mnawadharau hawa, chuma chenu kimotoni, my friends. We will do anything possible to stop you because nia yako ni kudhulumu wa Kenya, my friend.
Pilipili usiosila inakuashia nini?
Clearly, things are hotting up.
William Samoei Ruto will not be part of those who would have been elected 2022.
How dare ask
ulisikia wapi?
I have asked myself, even at night, is William going to be our president? Even my birds in this compound, they tell me no.
Atuoli cannot speak for anyone, cannot speak for any party. In some quarters, they merely refer him as a political house help. He carries gossip from KANU to ODM to Jubilee.
I'm not sure. I'm not saying how sure I am, but I'm sure he cannot win.
Hata hiyo ulisikia wapi?
And it was hot too for the Garissa governor. Someone accused Korane of some ukora. He showed up, but he was not willing to show up, not just yet. Finally, he was ready to show up in kingly style, and they cheered. Never mind that it's their money he's accused of having stolen. Right, Korane?
Governor, hakuna mahali anaingilia kwa kazi ya pesa ya county.
And they cheer. That is as good as it gets.
Whatever is good for goose is good for duck.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Repeat.
Whatever is good for goose is good for duck.
Emmanuel Juma, Bullseye, NTV.
Chida ya matamuchi. Anyway, let's get into the sports now. Nothing more to say. Ida Waringa is ready to bring you the action of the day.
Top dressing tea. Avoid top dressing during heavy rains as it'll be eroded away. Weeding should be done before top dressing to ensure they don't regrow.
More than 500,000 farmers in Kenya can have easy access at affordable packs of 1 kg to 50 kg across major agro-dealers. Farmers who have used Mavuno fertilizers have realized 30% more yield. Please feed your crop and soil with the best fertilizers for future prosperity. Call us today and learn how Mavuno fertilizers is helping in increasing food production in Africa.
Best quality KEBS certified steel. TMT steel bars, produced from the most modern machines and technology, reliable and with the highest strength, suitable for all types of construction. That is, high-rise buildings, bridges, houses and roads.
Look for the Devki mark on a wider selling reinforcement, twisted and TMT rebars, which are KBS certified and have the diamond mark of quality. Devki Steel, Kenya's most trusted steel company.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
That is just for me. It really feels very comfy.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
When you buy a bar of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate, you can help change the story. That's because we will use part of the proceeds to donate milk to less fortunate children across our beautiful country. Let us come together and show the generous spirit that is inside of all of us. Cadbury Dairy Milk. There's a glass and a half in everyone.
From far with you. I even gifted you a magnificent house. Rosa, it's the thought that counts. Please help me.
When it comes to fever, you need to be both. Panadol Baby and Infant starts to work on fever in 15 minutes and is gentle on the tummy. Panadol Baby and Infant, tough on fever, gentle on your child.
I started using drugs when I was 24 years old.
I was 5 years old.
This lady told me, have a puff of this and you will sleep like a baby. And for sure, I slept like a baby.
The conversation is about addiction and overcoming it.
I had stolen from almost everybody. And I think it got to that point, everybody was tired of me.
For anybody going to rehab, they have to be very courageous. And this is where I first see this young lady.
You can get to the other side. There is hope and there is a better future if you're in that position at home.
Welcome to Garden of Joy in Machakos by Optiven. This is a gated community that is strategically located only 7 minutes drive from Komata. The title deeds are ready. Call us today on 0790 300 300.
NTV Sport in association with Showmax.
A very good evening to you. Time for the latest in the world of sport. Now, it's still some way to go for contact sports such as football and rugby in the country, as they remain suspended even as non-contact sports resume in phases. Athletics, golf and motorsport are among the sports that are set to resume, as will private fitness clubs that have also been given the go-ahead to reopen immediately. National teams from the high-risk contact sports will be given special preference, but in consultation with respective sports federations that will meet the costs of any testing to be done on players or technical members. Sports Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohammed made the announcement while unveiling the final guidelines for sports resumption in the country via Zoom.
All federations are required to submit their respective revised International Team Kenya event calendars to the Principal Secretary for Sports, Mr. Joe Okudo, on or before 30th of September 2020 for planning purposes. I've appointed a lean monitoring and evaluation committee led by the Secretary of Administration, State Department of Sports, to oversee the implementation and the review of these guidelines as needed.
Well, still on the local scene, and polling stations open at 9 a.m. tomorrow for the Football Kenya Federation County elections. Now, the FKF Electoral Board has employed input from the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, who will offer technical support in the process. Elections are set to be held in 21 counties where there was opposition. In case of a tie, repeat elections shall be held on Tuesday, September 22nd. The final county results shall be published on October 1st.
Nairobi meeting for all the delegates who will be voting tomorrow during the branch elections. Those are Nairobi East delegates and Nairobi West delegates.
Great, much more on that tomorrow. Now, the London Marathon is now 15 days away, but when it was postponed from its traditional April date, a lot of disappointment came from those who had primed themselves to see one of the biggest showdowns in marathon history, featuring two of the discipline's fastest runners, Kenya's Eliud Kipchoge and Ethiopia's Kenenisa Bekele. It's a hot topic. The first Kenyan London Marathon winner, Douglas Wakehore, weighs in.
For me, I had plan A and plan B and plan C, so that I see at what stages I'm going to apply all this. And basically, that's what Eliud is going to have also. He knows, in his mind, he knows that Kenenisa is not an easier person to drop. 10,000, he had a world record, so he is good at it. But then, where are you going to change the game? And that is, I think, is the most going. But I think if they take it head on, probably Kenenisa is a big bulky, so his speed is a bit heavier than Eliud. So I know that in the last few kilometers, if they go head on, I think Eliud will take him because he can push in an easy 240 or 239 per kilometer.
Don't forget, the London Marathon will be live on NTV on October 4th. Well, to the NBA, the Miami Heat rallied, from an early 17-point deficit to beat the Boston Celtics 106-109 in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Goran Dragic scored a game-high 25 points and Bam Adebayo had 15 of his 21 during a furious Midfielder Thiago Alcantara from Bayern Munich on a 4-year deal for £20 million. The fee for the 29-year-old could eventually rise to £25 million with bonuses. The midfielder will wear the number 6 jersey. Now, Thiago helped Bayern win the treble last season as they beat Great, much more on that tomorrow. Liverpool making a lot of summer signings. That does it for sport. I'm Ida Warenga. Do enjoy your viewing.
NTV Sport in association with Showmax.
And that's it for NTV Weekend Edition. Just the first of the Weekend Edition. We're all through with you to Sunday. So see you tomorrow with Olive Burrows. And thank you to Flora Tieno for the sign language interpretation. And to Mike, my director, who was laughing on Bullseye as he was viewing those with challenges on pronunciations. And the world knows he can't say Zimbabwe. Inakuaga Zimbabwe. On that note, I end NTV Tonight, our Weekend Edition. The Trend is up next. DJ E is looking for my favorite song. Naomba unicheze ile song yetu fanye vile tulikubaliana. Good night.
This is NTV.
I help women find independence by training them in fish farming. It's tough on my back, joints, and can cause headaches. Panadol Extra relieves multiple types of pain.
If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
In the event that you would like to verify the genuineness of the certificates, what you need to do is to dial *352#. You can also download the Aki app onto your phone. If by any chance you happen to sell your motor vehicle, it will be important that you contact your insurance company for cancellation of the certificate that you're holding.
Wanaume ni bidii na kusema leo niko ndani. Kuangusha mistari na kudamini ufahari. Form nigane, trust studied, ripped them a classic. Form nigane, trust studied, ripped them a classic. Leo niko ndani. Are you the standard man? Trust. Are you the great man? Trust. Are you the classic man? Trust. Are you every man?
Trust condoms. Who are true?
Sio watu wengi wanajua maneno ya chuma. Lazima utafute ule fudi au wana deal na chuma ya doshi. Nikishika nasikia uzito, unasikia muongeze mshahara.
Jijenge na Doshi Steel, chuma ya nguvu.
I started using drugs when I was 24 years old.
I was 5 years old.
This lady told me, have a puff of this and you will sleep like a baby. And for sure I slept like a baby.
The conversation is about addiction and overcoming it.
I had stolen from almost everybody. And I think it got to that point, everybody was tired of me.
For anybody going to rehab, they have to be very courageous. And this is where I first see this young lady.
You can get to the other side. There is hope and there is a better future if you're in that position at home.
Welcome to Garden of Joy in Machakos by Optiven. This is a gated community that is strategically located only 7 minutes drive from Komata. The title deeds are ready. Call us today on 0790 300 300.
I could be powerful, beautiful, and unstoppable. That's who I am.
Hey guys, so Sky Girls KE is back on Tin Republic this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Make sure to join us on NTV. We have a fantastic show lined up for you, and we also have the winner of the True to Me cover challenge joining us this Saturday, so you cannot miss out. Hopefully they're gonna have a duet with Karun, so make sure to stick around and make sure to join us. Dope conversations, dope music, and of course you're hanging out with the great dynamic trio, DJ Bash, myself, and Martin Kimaki.
Tell everybody to tell everybody. See you Saturday. God bless.
Unstoppable, yeah, be ready to roll, yeah.
Teen Republic in association with Sky Girls Kenya.
You can be a Sky Girl too. Just go to skygirlske.com and take the pledge. Follow up on Instagram and Facebook at skygirlske.
Along came one.
It looks like Lushan is sticking her nose into things that are none of her business.
This isn't the right time.
He was